All right, everybody, welcome to Beneath Fallen Skies. We've got a couple things before we do get started today. If you know someone who wants to play a Gmeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them. We'll either get them on the waitlist for a campaign slot or get on the waitlist for a one-shot. We do one-shots on a fairly regular basis, and those are going to be, we've got some coming up real soon, including the next playtest for the Dark Frost stuff. That's going to be announced here shortly, so look for that announcement first over at Patreon, which is patreon.com/GMeric, and then later over in the Discord. We also do the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts of all the episodes over on YouTube. So if you want to listen to an episode, go check that out. We've got tons of content up there, thousands upon thousands of hours of content for you. We also have the clip contest currently going on, and if there's a moment you like from a session, toss a clip or timestamp into the clip contest channel. You'll be automatically entered to win this D20 that weighs half a pound of solid resin made by our very Miro. This is amazing die. It's awesome, and it is enormous. My hands don't do it justice, but it is ridiculously big. But that's going to be going out at the end of the month. We also have, over on the website, we have Kawaii's Kontiki floating barge bottle openers. Go check those out. We also have the Vagranay Edition t-shirts up there. So check those out right on the front page of gmeric.com. But let's go ahead and get you guys started, because we've got so much to cover today. So much to cover. All right. So, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, we are way out here in Shu, as you are headed from Lost Moor towards Asatoro in an effort to get restocked on your journey towards finding more more bounding shards to raise a sky island into the air. You left Lost Moor and have headed off through the forests aboard your skyship and have landed to take a rest. Here you've managed to get comfortable, and we ended last session with Tomo having engaged in a duel with a very mysterious and enigmatic woman that calls herself Akamizo Rinku. She is currently seated next to the fire on a log after having just beaten the tar out of our friend Tomo. The question becomes, what would you guys like to do, as she has left him battered and bruised?
I mean, Breezy just healed both of them with a staff, so she's just sitting on the fire watching this lady, I guess, or sitting by the fire watching this lady.
Someone's taking a damp cloth and kind of wiping out the matted blood in his fur. And he just looks over and he's like, "So, what brings you to this neck of the woods?"
The neck, the waist, the belly of the woods is in my way. I travel from Asatoro to my home.
Where's home?
So your mission is just to return home right now?
Indeed. I have traveled to Asatoro on a mission of diplomacy. And now I return to Yarun to maintain my position as guardian of the city.
Wait, where she's from in chat?
Yarun?
Yeah. Sure.
Is there a school of the solid ground there?
There is. Where have you learned the Yokazi way? It is not common for renegades to openly travel.
Was taught by Abe Aranaka at his farmhouse. I'm not sure it was
Man
much of a
teaching a
school.
man. What has the world
Yeah,
come
we-
to?
We did have to keep it kind of secret.
It is a wonder that you were not slain.
Well, if I ran into someone like you, I might have been.
She smirks wryly at that. Perhaps. But death does not teach. Death punishes.
Yeah, Breezy kind of does that frown where she's like thinking about it and then just nods. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you said you were
Yeah.
coming from Asatoro for a mission?
She looks at you. Then looks over at Breezy. Do your men always speak out of turn?
Yeah, I'm pretty permissive. It's more fun.
The new ways are strange. I must
What?
become more accepting or break beneath the endless winds.
Well, to be fair, I'm not from Shu.
Truly,
Nope,
where do you hearken from?
I'm from Fluiden.
The place that does not exist. The fanciful place of stories and legends.
I mean, it does exist because I'm from there. It's on the other side of Corlin.
Corlin.
Yeah, to the south.
The barbaric place. How did you cross it?
I didn't. I took a boat when I went around it.
Around it?
Mhm.
You took a boat from the south of Corlin to Shu. Willingly.
Yep.
She opens her eyes a little bit wider in wonder at this.
I mean, it was
So-
pretty boring. It was just, chartered a boat, came up here. Nothing really happened. Took a few
Amazing.
weeks. Yeah,
Your man asked me a question.
he did.
I have forgotten it.
So have I. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't forget. He was asking you what your mission was.
My mission to Asatoro was to
Mhm.
deliver a old scroll. The contents of it are private. I now return on foot to my home. You have a fire that was in my way, and I sought comfort. It is a weakness.
Could I be so bold as to ask who you were delivering the old scroll to?
That is too bold. However, I will tell you regardless, out of deference for the new ways. I was taking the scroll to the temple of Usil, to the high priestess named Sokatai.
See if Breezy would know who Usil is. Probably, yeah. He's a pretty major god, so
Yes.
she'd know. Yeah. So she named Sokatai. Okay.
Why do you journey through this, she smiles, neck of the woods?
Oh, we're heading east, past Asataro, over the ocean, actually.
Over the ocean.
Yep.
Ah. With
To
a
rest
sky
it.
vessel.
No, we're just meandering on eastwards, just not flying. Definitely not.
A ship.
You see,
In the
she's
middle of
not
the
going to
woods.
believe that we're dragging the boat through the woods.
Breezy is well known for being the best liar in Toivoa.
Right. Nope. Don't care what your deception roll is. Nope.
Let me keep rolling until I get a 1. Oh, hold on. Let's see.
Is it safe to assume, Eric, that she actually saw us land it?
Yes.
Okay.
After all, coming down from 10,000 feet and landing in the woods is probably a very big thing.
Technically, it doesn't have any red and green lights on it, so maybe not have seen it at all. You know, I'm just saying.
Dude, I could go watch airplanes in the day landing. I don't have to.
This is nighttime. It's not daytime.
Okay,
we
better analogy. I have Black Hawk helicopters that land at night just down the way from my house, about a mile away.
Yeah, we landed. Also, we landed when the sun was setting, so it was still bright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomo was thinking about flying ships and the Yokazi Way and Jim Rowley as a construct, and he just kind of muses to himself. He's like, it seems many long forgotten things are returning to life.
Indeed. So, student of Abe Aranaka. Strange. Why would one willingly raise their head when it could be chopped off by those who hunt the master?
Tomo looks intently at her. You know who was something, Abe?
Yes. The vast majority of the matriarchy of Shu. He despised it and opposed it, raising his voice in the council chambers. He was not some hermit, but rather a revolutionary to be despised and slain. No offense.
Tomo just looks down and he's like, well, I couldn't stop them. They accomplished their mission.
I cannot say that I am disappointed. Not in their success, but rather in his inability to defend himself. The forces of
There's
peace.
some kind of rivalry between our schools.
Yes. The elements are always at odds. The ground, the sky, the fire, and the water. Are you unaware of these?
Aware of them, I'm not aware of the contention between them. The way I see it, they all work together.
Work together. Should one be able to do so, they would become the greatest martial artist of all time. However, the schools will not cooperate. Not willingly. I do not wish to conflict myself with overwhelming forces. There are 6 of you, and 1 of I. That would be a fight I could not win.
I am not there. Actually, wouldn't possibly know
okay.
I'm there.
You weren't there at all?
Not at all. I'm
in
in
the
a
sanctum the
sanctum.
whole time.
Oh, you've been in the sanctum the whole time. Okay. There are 5 of you.
Yeah.
And 1 of me. Odds that would put me at a severe disadvantage. Therefore, I spared your life in order to spare my own. A truce due to necessary situations. I trust that you will honor the welcome to your fire.
Tomo just looks down and he's like, I thought I had made another friend.
Aw.
You have made a friend for a night.
Whoop.
You
She
honor.
raises an eyebrow over at Nero. Not like that, you fool. I would not
You said
sleep
it.
with a bugbear
You said it, not me.
Do you know what his kind do to women?
Well, considering what I just witnessed, I got an idea.
I mean, he saves me all the time.
Yep.
A gentle bugbear.
Yeah,
Unheard
Tomo's
of.
super nice. He's super nice. In fact, the very first thing I ever saw him do was go get a cleric to heal someone who was really hurt.
Truly.
Mm-hmm.
A considerate and kind bugbear who considers the needs of others before his own. The world is changing.
I know not
Yeah.
much of my kind. Have you seen many of my kind?
She pauses for a moment. I have seen them.
Where?
Prefer not to say, lest my words be used against me in the presence of overwhelming numbers.
Tomo just kind of furrows his brow at her. I know not what you're afraid of. We mean you no harm.
Do I have your word on that?
Yes.
As long as you don't attack us.
I have already done so. Does that
Well,
invalidate the...
No,
Option.
attack us like right now. Like that was like an honor duel. That's different.
The words which I would speak could be considered an attack. And I do not wish for them to be used against me.
I mean, sticks and stones can break our bones, but words can never hurt us.
You lie. For the words I would speak would injure him greatly.
Mentally, maybe?
She nods.
I don't know. It's up to Tomo, I guess. But I feel like Tomo is a really responsible person, and he wouldn't get mad at you just for saying something.
Not enough to swing a sword at least.
Very well.
I'm not going to attack you.
I have seen the bugbears piled high outside of Asatoro, where they were slain.
Wow.
They assaulted the city and were mass burned in a pyre.
Oh.
I mean, that's just some bugbears. That's not like all bugbears.
No, for they are too promiscuous to be limited to only those that attacked the city. They will regroup and become numerous once again.
Well,
Are
I
there
mean, part of the problem is the slave trade still fairly openly goes through Asatoro, so I'm going to guess they're not very happy about that.
I trust not. Although they do make good slaves when they are tamed.
Why are they assaulting the city?
They do not appreciate being assaulted for slaving. They are beasts of burden. Nothing more. We do not see them as having intelligent conversations as you have with me now. They grunt and they growl and they lash out with fury at any provocation. They are no greater than an ass or a donkey. Neither has a mind capable of comprehension. You are an exception.
Oh no, this lady's forcing Breezy to confront her own racist belief. Oh no.
Really?
I can't keep avoiding it.
Jim really makes an audible sigh, despite the fact he has no mouth, and goes, "This is why it keeps happening over and over and over again." And then he shuts his eyes. He turns his eyes back off.
Tomo looks at her and says, if you whip a donkey for its entire life, it will be a far different beast than if you care for it and nourish it.
He nods. That is true. But brutes without brains cannot be trained. Brutes who are beaten into submission to understand rules and systems can be taught to act apparently as well as you have been. You are a wonder. Perhaps Abba Aranaka had more wisdom than he let on.
Tomo just kind of nods his head along.
You will have a flashback real quick of Abba Aranaka with that long bamboo reed whacking you in the top of the head when you messed up.
Tomo smiles.
You get a second of him swatting you on the ass. What? Dodge better.
Tomo frowns.
So, what do you do in this neck of the woods, short of traveling to the east? What is your purpose?
My purpose is to protect those around me. I merely follow the wind with them.
And you, woman of small stature.
Huh?
What is your purpose with these men?
Oh, they're my bodyguards.
That much is obvious. You have a beast made of metal with a massive maul. You have a serpent with eyes that know too much. You have a wizard who studies his books instead of listening to what is around him. And you have a bugbear who speaks and knows of the martial ways.
Yep.
For what purpose do you need so much protection? Who are you?
Well, I'm going to lots of different, ruins and scary places, and there's lots of scary monsters there. I mean, shoot. Just at the first one we went to, there was a giant Remoras. There was several huge demons. There was whole tribes of kobolds and goblins. And that's just to get to the one ruins we've studied so far.
You've been in the mountains.
Uh-huh.
Which ruins did you visit? Do I
Oh,
know of them?
it's a secret. Don't worry, I'll be publishing it soon, and then you can read all about it. But until then, I have to, trade secrecy.
Strange.
Mhm.
When you say publish, how would you publicize this?
With a book or a report.
A report on ruins.
Yeah.
You are a scholar.
Yeah. Breezy will fish around in her bag, and she'll pull out her student ID. her the Grand Library student ID.
The piece of smoke quartz that you pull out is carved with your name and enchanted with permanence so that it cannot be broken or altered.
See?
Interesting.
I'm doing field research.
What language is
And,
this?
the one that's on Breezy's crystal?
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine it's a student ID because the countries don't have their own languages, right? There is no language of Fluidin, language of Shu, language
Oh,
of
sure there
Vestin.
is. Of course there is.
There
It's
is?
just people usually
Yeah.
speak common.
Okay. Well, that's good because I've actually that's something I've actually been meaning to talk to you about because like
Yeah.
I've always thought that having a world monolanguage is kind of makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
So-
Having a common language exists, but every place has its own dialects and languages.
Well, you know what? If that's the case, do you mind if I change one of my? Because
That's
Breezy
fine.
knows 6 languages.
Sure.
Can I change one of them to I guess Fluidin?
Sure.
Okay.
We need to
well,
actually name it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's the language. It's a language of Fluidin.
I have not read this. What does it say?
It's my name.
Which is
See, my name is Brizanthria.
a long name for a short person.
You ask a lot of questions for somebody who doesn't want to give a lot of information.
Huh? Oh,
I am inquisitive.
Yeah. see, see here. This right here is my date of birth. This is my name. This is a little carving of my face. See, it's kind of hard to see because the light's not shining very well. But like if she moves it so like it's the light from the fires reflecting on it, and there's like a little carved picture of Breezy in the crystal. And here this right here. This is the watermark they use to make sure people don't fake the IDs.
Interesting. You stated that I do not answer questions. What question do you wish me to answer?
Oh,
Well, you don't seem like you want to talk to me at all, so that's fine if that's how you want to be. But you sure do ask a lot of questions.
She looks at Breezy. I am not accustomed to speaking to men, especially serpents. Forgive me for my impertinence and my rudeness, but what is your question that I may answer it to suffice your curiosity?
Well, you've asked us, what our plans are, where we're going, things of that nature, who we are. I noticed your gi has what appears to be flowers on them, and you definitely have some tattoos. Do they have any significance to anything?
The flowers are the flowers of my homeland, Yarun. My tattoos are of the beasts that I have slain. And she will demonstrate a dragon turtle on her right bicep.
Oh God.
And
That
you
brings
did
me
this by
back.
yourself?
I'm sorry?
You did this by yourself?
No. Me and my 3 sisters,
Interesting.
all
So
of whom
for a-
reside in Yarun.
So for a samurai of the solid ground, why do you wear a red gi? Why not green? Why not brown? Why not something that's colored of the ground?
She smiles wryly. The red hides the blood for when I am cut.
duh, Dero.
Not all wounds are bruises.
True.
Your friend, she uses the word strangely, like it's a weird thing in her mouth to say, your bugbear friend is proficient in a blade. I am fortunate to have worn red today.
True.
Why do you wear that which you do? White in a traveling garb.
I think it looks good. I mean, isn't that obvious? You got to look nice. You got to dress to impress.
Roll a persuasion or performance check, sir. or straight charisma. Up to you. I will let you choose what you want to roll here.
Well, I'll do persuasion.
Okay. It does work for you.
Appreciate that. You don't see many of my kind around here, do you?
No. Serpents tend to be near the central wall, not in the forests of Shu.
Yeah. We're not all as nice. And he says that with like a gesture, almost like air quotes, as me.
Does he speak for himself in all things? She kind of side-eyes Breezy, asking the question while keeping her eyes on Nero.
I mean, yeah. Unless he says he's speaking for me, he's not speaking for me.
How nice are you?
I'm super nice.
Not you.
I meant
Oh,
I meant my race, not the party that I'm with. But I can be as nice as I need to be.
It has been many days since I have lain with a man. You are pretty.
Appreciate it.
It really makes a cough like you didn't know a robot could cough, but it sounds like some random gears just like got off track for a second. He's not moving, but because he's still conscious, you hear a from him.
I hear that the construct over there might be interested.
I see your insight's terrible. That's cool.
No, I'm blowing it off.
I would have you tonight.
Maybe not. Appreciate the offer, though.
The forest can be cold. So be it.
I suggest you snuggle up next to the fire.
I can make it. I can put more wood on it if you like. Breezy gets up to go get some more wood for the fire.
She raises an eyebrow. The new ways are strange that women would work when men lays.
See, that's the thing, Miss Rinko. That little girl right there is hard to tell to do anything, from what I can tell so far.
She does seem to have her own ways.
She does what she pleases. Whether they be good, bad, or indifferent, from what I understand.
Yeah, she comes back with our armful of firewood. Just not super heavy stuff, but twigs. And she puts it down and she rolls up her sleeve and flexes. And just says, "Yeah, of course I do my own work. I'm a tavern girl."
Tavern girl.
Or I was.
I can see that. I can imagine you working in a tavern and being quite popular. Have you earned much money in that way?
I mean, I wasn't paid because it was my father's tavern. I just helped out.
Where was this tavern? In Fluiden, the fanciful place.
Mm-hmm. So, Fluiden is the country. There's a town in Fluiden called Mabarid. That's where I'm from.
Mabarid. I've not heard of this place. Is it part of that fanciful land that does not exist?
It does exist because I'm from there. Do I have? Let me see. Do I have minor illusion prep? Hold on. Let me check for a second. No, I do not.
Oh my.
I do have shape water.
Mhm.
Let's see. Change to simple shapes. Okay. Breezy will use shape water and pull the water from her water skin and she'll shape it into a little map. It's a rough map of Fluidin.
Okay.
And then like a little dot appears in the middle, and then another dot appears on the southeast coast. I mean, so Mambareed is kind of small. It's no surprise you never heard of it. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but it's about a couple hundred miles northwest of Chandar Shadi.
Couple miles west,
100 miles
100 miles
northwest.
northwest of a fabled city.
Uh-huh.
Does Shadow
I mean-
Shadai actually exist?
Of course it does. That's where I learned how to do magic.
Did you not know magic prior to visiting?
A little bit, but it's where I got my formal education.
Formal education,
Uh-huh.
reading and writing, arithmetic.
Well, yeah, I mean, amongst other things, yeah. I mean, I knew how to read before I went there. Reading's pretty easy, but
If it were easy, all men in Shu would be able to read.
I mean, I think they could if you taught them.
You let them.
I appreciate your confidence in my skills, but I am not an educator.
I don't mean you personally. I meant you generally, as in the women of Shu.
Why would we want them to be able to read?
Because men. I'm sorry, I couldn't say this without cracking up. Sorry. Because
Damn, got him.
I was gonna say because men hold up half the sky.
She raises an eyebrow. What?
Men hold up half the sky.
I do not understand.
It's a metaphor.
Are these teachings of Abe Uranaka?
No, it's just kind of a metaphor.
Just kind of makes sense. Men can be a contributing party member of society. Why wouldn't you want them to be able to do that?
They contribute in the ways that they should, as servants.
But
You
they
serve
have
her as a
more potential.
bodyguard.
That's true. But I'm not her slave.
The
And I
new
don't
ways
come
are
from-
strange.
It's not new. I mean, it's just not Shuian. Because I don't think any of us are. Well, some people are, but most of us aren't.
It's almost kind of like working on a quick sketch, and he looks up at Rinko and he's like, "Have you not traveled much out of Shu?"
Why would I leave paradise? My
Place
home.
ain't really
There could be lots of
Paradise is a
reasons.
paradise is a relative term, but to each their own.
You might have to deliver a message.
To Corlin. The messages I deliver to Corlin are made with my Kanabo.
Or, well, I mean, there's other places other than Corlin, because I admit Corlin is pretty nasty. But like, there's other places that are civilized, like Fluidin, or I've never been to Reston, but I've heard they have some really nice food. I read about this food once. It's like this flat bread they have, and then they put like cheese and some other stuff on it, like meats and other things, and it's called pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
I've not heard of pizza.
I've never heard of it. I mean, I read it in a book.
Pizza.
Well, yeah, because she's never heard it said out loud.
Yeah,
So she
of
just
course.
read it, so she thinks it's pronounced pizza.
Oh, it's right, pizza.
Yeah, it's called.
pizza.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like this flatbread, and then they put some sort of sauce to, and then they put cheese on it, and then some other ingredients like vegetables or dried meats. I saw a drawing of it. It looked really tasty. I saw that and I was just like, they must be pretty civilized if they can make something that tasty looking.
I have heard of this cheesesteak. I did not know that they referred to it as pizza.
Well, it's not a cheese. Well, I don't know what a cheesesteak is, but that sounds tasty too. So, like, yeah, there's lots of
It
places
is a
outside of Shoot.
flatbread with a sauce, meat, and cheese.
Maybe it's the same thing, just called different things. And see, Shoe, I've only been here for a few months, but there's really tasty food here too. Like, I like the rice and the noodles.
Indeed. No, I have never sought to leave to. I believe that nothing ever good happens on a boat.
Well, I mean, I came here on a boat, and I learned a lot of stuff. So I guess a good thing came from me being on a boat. But I mean, admittedly, the boat ride was pretty boring. Nothing happened. I was really excited too because I'd never been on the ocean before. I even bought like a little hat and everything. The sailors laughed at me.
A hat.
Uh-huh.
The one
One
you
with
are
three
wearing
corners.
now.
No, a different one. It had 3 corners. I lost it. When we were approaching, I think it's what was that? I forget the name of the town. It's the one on the left side of Shu, like near Domrat, near the coast.
Sunju?
Yep.
Is it
Shinju?
Shunju? I forget. Yeah. When
Yep.
we were approaching Shunju, there was a gust of wind and it blew my hat off into the ocean.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Breezy and Jim
It was-
really have both been granted inspirations.
Thank you.
you.
Just click that. There we go. Next time I try to hang off the side of a boat 2,000 feet in the air, I'll make sure to use that.
Jimmy's staying fairly silent. Nero did the Cyro telepathic bond thing to him, but
Yep.
everyone else besides him knows how Jimmy is when it comes to women and shoe. So
You shut up and hope she doesn't notice.
well, I mean, she seems to judge him a little differently because he's a robot, but like he
doesn't
doesn't
count
want
her-
his own.
She doesn't count Jim really as a man.
I mean, yeah,
He's a
he
machine.
doesn't.
He's a
Yeah,
object.
He's a
need to
golem,
find an
basically.
artifact.
Yeah.
We need
That's
to find an
actually,
artificer. We can fix that.
no. Being an object is better than being a man in shoe.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Uh,
correct.
And Jimmy is just trying to mostly stay silent because if he opens his mouth too much, he knows he'll probably start a fight. So
Yep.
That's why Nero just walked off.
But yeah, there's all sorts of nice places. I mean, if you don't want to leave, that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying, sometimes it's nice to see things you never seen before. I mean, that's kind of why I'm out here. You can only learn so much from a book.
I've read many books, but never have I seen an intelligent bugbear.
Yeah, look at that. It was just a trip to Asatoro, and look at how much you've already learned. Fluidin is real. There's bugbears who are super nice and thoughtful. Imagine what you could learn if you, I don't know, go to, Nausha or something.
Nausha? I have not heard of this place.
Oh, it's a city on the east coast of Reston.
Why would one
I'm sorry,
want to go
not
to
I'm sorry, not the,
to another
not the
land
East
of
Coast.
barbarians?
I mean, from what I've read about them, they don't seem like barbarians. They're just different.
Your different and mine differ. We must agree to disagree.
That's fine.
Tomo's still doing a sketch and he doesn't look up from it, but he speaks up and he says, "You know, Abe used to tell me, never stop learning. There were many lessons that he could not teach me himself, that the world could teach us. Travel could do you some good."
Well, I think she said she protects a city or something like that, right?
I protect Yarun.
Yeah, admittedly, if you're protecting something, it's kind of hard to leave it.
Tomo nods.
Abe Aranaka, in his own way, had wisdom. I say this as a student of the old ways. It's a shame he was born a man. Perhaps his wisdom would have been wider accepted if he were not.
Perhaps his wisdom would have been more accepted if the women of Shu had done more traveling.
She will nod. Perhaps so. And perhaps more women of Shu should spend a night near a fire with an intelligent bugbear and a woman from a fictional place.
Tomo looks up at her and gives her a big, toothy grin.
She gives you just an eyebrow raise that you can interpret how you'd like, but likely it's humor.
Tomo stands up and he kind of walks over and he reaches out to hand her the piece of paper that he's been working on, and it's just kind of like almost like a quick charcoal sketch, like almost like concept art, kind of like her sitting next to the fire talking to Breezy, and then like another part of the page, there's like a kind of like an action shot of her attacking Tomo during the duel and stuff like that. And he says, "Here, you can take this with you to remember us."
Please roll your performance check.
I already did.
Not you.
Oh, that's the second time.
As you are fiddling, I need Tomo's with the 6.
I will give him my inspiration so he can re-roll that.
I mean, is this a performance check or is it like a calligraphy check?
It'd be calligraphy if you got calligraphy. Let's roll your calligraphy
Oh,
tools.
Can he do it too? Doesn't he have toolkit proficiency on
Yep,
this?
he does.
Yeah, so it would be like Dex with proficiency, so
Yes.
same as acrobatics roll right now.
Sure.
There we go.
With the
There we go.
27,
Yeah.
it's a immaculate piece. Her eyes widen. Someone has been taught the ways of the calligrapher. Thank you. I am honored by your expression of creativity. I had no idea that bugbears were capable of such fine art. I will treasure it.
It seems there's much that you and I both do not know. Thank you for the lessons you've taught me this evening.
She will dig in her backpack and pull out a small case. Roll it up very gingerly to make sure that it doesn't get smeared. And put it in the case.
Well, if you'll excuse me, we have much traveling to do in the morning, so I'm going to retire for the evening.
Sleep well, artist of air.
Tomo just smiles at her and nods, then walks over to find a place to sleep.
She's going to not fall asleep. She doesn't trust you guys as far as she can throw you, which is actually fairly far. However, she is going to go ahead and rest here. Does anyone want to do anything before we hit the long rest button and spend the evening?
You know what? Breezy will spend some time working on her sword skills. She has to put in her daily practice. So I mean, I think it's just 1d20 plus 1 because yeah. Oh wait, I forgot. We're not doing it by that system. It's just roll 1d20.
Now, would
No,
you practice with Akimizu?
If she offers, but Breezy doesn't want to disturb her since it looks like she's going to bed.
She's just going to sit here and she's going to watch you.
Yeah, she's practicing. I mean, she is practicing with a chainsword, so it is kind of weird looking, but hey, another 15, not bad.
She nods at you. You are new to this.
Yeah. Also, this is a secret, so you got to promise not to tell anyone.
I cannot promise to tell something that I do not know.
Okay, don't tell anyone about this sword, okay?
It is hideous.
I know, right? But it's actually okay. So you know those ruins we were discovering that were thousands of years old? They had all sorts of crazy contraptions made of metal and magic, and this was one of their weapons I found. And she like holds it out. It's, I mean, admittedly, it's not very elegant. It's a bit brutish, but I mean, watch this. And then she's gonna rev it up. Like I'm sure birds like take off from the trees.
Yeah.
Nero would roll over and look at her.
Sorry.
The absence
They
of
roll back
stealth is disturbing.
I mean, admittedly, yeah, it's a bit noisy, but I mean,
Why would one choose to use such a noisy weapon?
maybe it's an intimidation thing. Like, I mean, look. I mean, watch this. And Breezy goes over to a stump, or actually, no, one of the logs they were sitting on. And sorry guys who are trying to sleep, she will she will saw through it with the chainsword.
Okay. She looks at you. So, like an old lion roaring, you make noise to intimidate those around you.
Jim Rowley will light up his eyes again for a moment and respond back with, "Listen, no one said she was smart." And closes his eyes again.
Breezy sticks her tongue out at him.
It's interesting.
Where did you purchase such a thing?
Oh, we found him.
He purchased in the "Let everyone in the forest know where we are" shop.
We're in the middle of nowhere. What are the chances someone other than Rinko's around here?
What are the chances Rinko's around here? The same chance of anything else coming along here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like getting hit by lightning twice. It's extremely unlikely.
I should have pushed you off the boat.
This is amazing.
That's rude. Go back to sleep, Jimmy. You're grumpy at night.
Yeah, because you woke me up again. And everything else in the forest.
You're bragging that you don't sleep. Oh, look at me. I'm a robot. I don't need to sleep. I'm in sleep mode. Beep, boop, boop.
I'm pushing you off the boat. I decided.
You must have traveled far together to be so chummy.
He's a grumpy Gus.
You woke you. You know what? Breezy? You can take care of anything that comes. Okay, it's all on you. You got this.
Yet he is wise, for there are wyverns to the east of here.
Well, that would have been nice to know before you let her go crazy with the damn chainsword.
I would not have known what she was doing. Why would one willingly make such a ruckus?
Well, like I said, it's very like in the middle of battle. Like she gestures at the log that she sawed in half. It's scary, And I think a big part of battle is intimidating your opponents.
But Nero,
think of it in terms of this: for somebody who doesn't know how to use a weapon proficiently, something like that could cause massive amounts of damage with very little proficiency, with very little effort.
true.
Breezy.
I love.
Go ahead, Lemmy. Sorry.
All I was gonna say, I'm not there, but out on top, like above the table, just say, I love that Breezy just completely ignored her question.
What was the question? I forgot.
Why would somebody make such a noise?
Oh, well, she said just to scare
Yeah.
people, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, but the implication was like, that's a stupid thing to do in the middle of a forest where you don't know what's watching and listening.
Yeah, but I wanted to show off.
I know.
It's
This is
literally
why
the
I said
Texas
it's
Chainsaw
great.
Massacre where the guy just walks around with the chainsaw.
Exactly. So please continue. Sorry. Go on, Jimmy.
Jimmy, I was gonna say, Listen, Breezy is very smart, but doesn't. I know she doesn't learn very well. Remember when we met Breezy? I bashed that dragon's face in.
Yeah, the bronze
Remember,
dragon. Yeah.
you remember what it scared? Absolutely nothing, because all those goblins kept attacking anyway.
Well, maybe they weren't scared because they didn't hear it.
Everyone heard it. The skull
No.
crushed.
I mean, it's like it's like crushing a watermelon. You know, it makes a squish sound, but it's not like super loud.
Then you've not struck it hard enough.
I killed the dragon in a single blow. It got struck pretty hard.
It was a pretty good blow.
And goblins saw it and they weren't intimidated. So you gotta remember that even things like intimidation is doesn't always work the way you think it's going to. Some might take it for a challenge. Others might get scared off. You might have scared off some little goblins or something like that. They're out in the woods, but there are far worse things than that here.
Did you mark yourself with your success against the dragon? It sounds like you took great pride in its defeat.
Well, to be fair, I thought I was sleeping. But I do take some pride in it.
He was drunk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
What?
Well, Breezy was but she was gonna say because that was back when he had a reel about it. But she looks at she knows Jimmy enough and she knows this lady enough that she just doesn't say anything.
Wow, character development.
It's just easier. She doesn't need to know that Jimmy used to be a real person.
He used to be a real boy.
A real man.
Yeah.
It's reverse Pinocchio.
Yeah, I'm reverse Pinocchio. I doubled in size.
That explains what happened to his nose.
Yeah, my nose is actually my hair. I'm actually just the nose. You guys don't realize my nose with the arm and leg.
I'm only sad that Jimmy lost his stomach more.
Yeah.
My stomach mouth was pretty great for roleplay, honestly.
He really was, yes.
It was a lot of fun.
But please go. Yeah, sorry.
Jimmy's gonna go. Well, I'm gonna finish my rest. I gotta let my whatever it is my body does when I shut it down do its thing. Breezy, take care of anything that comes here. You got this. And he
All right,
puts one of his two-fingered hands at her.
Okay, I'll take first watch. That's fine.
And he's gonna go back to sleep.
And I promise I won't. Yeah, but yeah, she goes back to swinging the sword. She's using the same forms that Tomo taught her with the short sword. Just intuiting out the differences in weight and stuff like that with the chain sword. So yeah, she's just practicing. She practices for an hour or so before she gets tired and sits down. And yeah, she'll take first watch.
Nothing will happen tonight other than you will be stared at the entire night by Amikizu Rinko.
Nice. She gets one of her exhaustion. Good.
Great.
Disadvantage on all ability checks.
So, as morning dawns, she will look at you, Breezy, as you've apparently changed out watch through the night. Luminostra, did you come out of your sanctum at some point during the evening?
I went into the sanctum. I can be in a sanctum for 12 hours. So at the moment, she doesn't want this woman to see her. So she stay. It's just Gallifrey outside, kind of staying away from sight. And I don't want this woman to see me.
Understood.
Yep.
So.
Let me just double check. But yes, please continue.
Cool. Then in the morning at dawn, she will get up and pulling a ration out of her backpack, she will take the protein bar and nod. Thank you each for sharing your fire. I have learned of intelligent bugbears, objects that talk, and that skyships still fly, and the fascinating imaginations of a little girl.
I'm 16. I'm not not that little.
She raises
Maybe
an
you can forget
eyebrow.
the part about. Maybe you
You
can
may-
forget the part about the flying ships.
How?
Well-
I don't know, just pretend you,
well-
pretend you didn't see it.
Well,
You choose
well,
for me to lie.
well, she's a very literal person. No, well, okay, so this stuff we found. Okay, so amongst scholars, there's a lot of competition, right? Kind of like how warriors fight to see who's the best warrior. It's kind of the same with scholars, and I need time in order to study the boat and well, the other things we found. So before I can publish all my stuff and get all the credit for all the things we've discovered. So I was really hoping, I don't mind you talking about us because we're a pretty odd group, but could you just not mention the sky ship, please? If you ever tell the story of how you met us.
Roll a persuasion check.
I could help her.
Sure.
Please. Oh, with
Yep.
advantage, haha.
It will have disadvantage on any check that she makes.
She looks at you.
Please.
No one would believe me even if I told them.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's valid.
Good day.
All right.
Enjoy
I
your
miss Rebel.
imaginations. And keep an eye on the bugbear. For though he is intelligent and an excellent artist, as a student of Abe Aranaka, the master of the winds, he may turn upon you at any moment. The winds cannot be controlled, and neither can the wills of bugbears. Be cautious.
Okay.
And she's going to go walking off to the west.
Bye, Miss
That's-
Rinko.
As she's walking away,
Yeah.
kind of once she's out of relative earshot, Daves will use his wand to detect magic just to see what she was kind of working with. As she's leaving.
The wand of detect magic works out to a range of 30 feet.
30 feet.
She's not out of earshot when you're doing this. 30 feet is the width of a living room, sir.
A big ass
Well,
living room.
I can whisper it, can't I?
Okay.
No, with magic, you're
That's
supposed to
called
like
subtle.
speak the words or power.
Yeah, unless you have subtle casting.
Okay, I thought with the wand I could kind of get away with it. I'm just gonna say it. As long as I say the word, it doesn't have to be in common, does it?
No.
It's a magic word. I imagine
Yeah.
it's its own magic. Yeah.
She's going to know you're casting a spell.
Yeah.
She may not know what spell, but she'll know that you are actively casting magic.
I'll just say it in celestial.
Okay? Which allows her to understand it perfectly. Understood.
Yeah. Well,
Because it's the language of angels, and everyone can understand it in their own language. They can't necessarily speak it back, but they can understand it. So,
that's fun.
and you cast Detect Magic. As she's moving away, her kanabo, the big weapon she's carrying, that is magical. Her gi is magical. Her hair braid is magical. And her bracers are magical.
Am I able to pick up the school of magic?
These are
majority
all-
school of
yeah,
magic?
these are pretty much all enhancement magic. Enchantment, yeah. So it's all stuff
Like
to make her
warding,
stronger.
buffs and
Yeah,
stuff. Okay, yep.
It's buffing stuff.
If she turns to look at me, I'm not
She
doing anything. I'll just for once kind of give like a, shit, and just like a respectful nod as she's walking away.
You said there's wyverns to the east.
You're a wizard, so she expected you to cast magic the whole damn time. The fact
Yeah.
that you're an impertinent man in the employ of this 16-year-old girl, who she's supposed to just accept, is forgiving enough and accommodating enough to the men in her party to allow them to do their own thing. She's going to assume that if this is not what Breezy wanted, that Breezy would punish you.
because as far as she can tell, he just muttered some magic words and then nothing happened. So like,
Right.
I am.
She's not affected in any way.
So
I'm a
yeah,
little
Breezy's just like
confused.
muttering, like, because Breezy's looking at her armor and she's wondering if she should put it on or not. She did say there's wyverns to the east, and wyverns can fly. Yeah, I should probably put it on. Breezy starts putting on her armor.
Okay. Luminostra.
Yeah.
You can see out of your sanctum when this woman leaves. And would you wait a few minutes before coming out?
Yeah.
Okay.
She would. Eventually, when the woman's out of earshot or it's been sufficient time, she would then leave the sanctum.
Okay.
I just have a quick question, Eric.
I got to roll for the
Regarding
staff.
magic, arcane magic, obviously this woman's showing how obviously doesn't people don't the normal people don't seem to care so much about arcane magic. She just saw Breezy cast spells, Dale's cast spells. They're typically forbidden.
It's
Um,
the Jozo side that hate
yeah,
magic. Yeah,
but just
Mhm.
as a part of the
And-
government of Shu.
They're part, not necessarily the government, they're part of the religious order of the Church of MKL, not necessarily the government.
yeah, they
Sure,
don't
that-
they don't have
big religious
they're not in control of everything. No.
Right.
Yeah, they're the big religious influence.
Right. They're the zealots within the country.
And
I
like
just don't understand the power structure and how they can it's like people just ignore them. If that's the case,
Might makes right in their case.
they're too big of a. Basically, they don't cause enough problems for the government to crack down on them, and they're too big of a issue to actually confront unless they do something really, really, really bad.
Hmm.
So like,
but the government, anyway,
Like
it doesn't
attack
matter.
voucher.
I just don't. I just think it seems. I'm just confused. That's all.
All good.
yeah,
I
they're-
don't see the.
not everyone has their rabid anti magic, like anti arcane magic beliefs. In fact, I would even say most people don't.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, a new day has dawned. You have all gotten a long rest. What would you like to do?
Well,
Oh, also Fritz would have popped out once she left.
Okay. Sure.
Come on. You, Lumi comes out of the sanctum. She kind of gets you like when it's just you and her. Gallifrey is there as well, and she asks whether you're okay. So, Tomo, are you well?
I'm doing very well, Lumi. Why do you ask?
No, just I saw it all from the sanctum. I think everybody was ready to come to your defense. I think out of respect they chose not to. But had it been any other circumstances, we would have, I would have killed that woman.
well, duh. Obviously, if she had like tried to kill him.
Lumi is with Tomo in a
Sorry.
separate
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But she says, I would have killed her.
Tomo just gives you a big smile and he's like, well, I'm glad it didn't come to that, Lumi. I never felt like I was in danger. And I learned a lot from her.
I understand, but that's correct. As much about your, as much that your master made, as much as it had taught you, you left a lot of things out. And I'd be more than happy to help you find and gather this information.
Tomo
To
just
learn where
grins
you
and
come
nod at
from
you.
and where you're going.
I appreciate it, Lumi.
She looks at your sword and have you cleaned your sword yet? She asked.
Yeah, he would have cleaned the sword after the fight.
That is a shame. I fear that the next time you see this woman, it's unlikely that she would, well, there won't be a fire next time to keep things civil. there's a lot of power in the blood of your enemies, and should you harm one of them again, well, just letting you know that consider not cleaning the sword straight away. Speak to me. As a think we need deterrence for all of these people who may cause us harm. She kind of stops the line of inquiry and everything, the thing, and she just kind of she looks around, says like, "Well, I think we should be get going soon then."
Yes, we have much travel ahead of us.
Yeah, Lumi nods, and then she kind of flies towards the encampment.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys ready to depart?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, Breezy, as we're taking off, she just says, "There's wyverns to the east of us," she said, "so be careful. Just be on the lookout for these giant dragon-looking things with scorpion tails."
As you guys rise out of the forest into the sky. Today is partly cloudy with a bit of a breeze from the west. It's going to make your travels with the sails successful, so you won't use a full day's fuel. You'll only use a tenth of your normal fuel, as long as you're not trying to push it today. You still have several days before you can get to Asotaro at this current rate, but you're able to stay aloft. Is there anything you guys would like to do today while flying?
Breezy will continue reading her little alchemy book.
Okay.
She, I mean, it's a road trip, so got to have something to do.
Yep.
Especially in a boat this cramped.
Okay.
Days will. This is not a very big. It's not a massive ship. There's not
No.
like a cabin or anything that I can go into.
There's a little one down below. Yeah.
Well, then I will actually go kind of down into the cabin, and I'm gonna try this. It might not work just because of how Days is. He's gonna try and ritual cast divination.
Ooh. Okay.
And he's just reaching out to, because he's not a religious person. He wants to try to reach out to a time god or a god of time,
Oh my god.
if there is one. Because he's not a religious individual. He knows of the gods, obviously. He's studied them in school, but he himself is not a religious individual.
Give me 90 seconds. I'll be right back. I just want to be able to dedicate everything to this. So give me just a second here, guys. I just need to go quick use the bathroom. Be right back.
Do 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 do. Something tells me at this rate, we might as well forget about doing the time event one way on down there in Malaja Rock or whatever.
I mean,
Didn't he say that was happening like in the next 6 months or something?
yeah,
Like,
he
a lot of
said we
time.
have 6 months.
So we
I
could end up getting a
thought he
lot of
said 4 months.
information from this
It
first.
wasn't 6 months, it was 4 months.
Yeah,
He
I thought
said
it was 4
6
months.
and 4, so yeah.
Yeah. Either way, though, I mean, looking at it like this, we've got several days worth of travel between Lossmore and Astaporo, and then the place we're going to, the Pirate Cove, that's even further than Astaporo from Lossmore. So I don't know.
I mean-
This time constraint wise, that something tells me that one's going to be.
It's everybody's dislike of teleportation or teleportation circles. Then yeah, we have to deal with with the what's the word? Logistics of getting across the map.
Let's see. What's the name of this stupid that I'm reading?
I don't think fuel would be an issue. I think it's just going to be a matter of
Yeah,
like,
as long as
the
we
amount of
follow
time we're going to spend.
the jet stream, we have essentially 80 days worth of fuel.
Yeah,
Or
like
78 now.
I think,
actually, no, we've got 79.8 right now.
But
We
I mentioned on our chat, we have no idea. Obviously, we don't know the airstreams and anything else with Toivola. It makes sense that we wouldn't know. It would be lost
True.
information from the olden days of where ships used to be a thing. We could try to find information about old charts and stuff about this sort of stuff.
All right,
But
I'm back. I'm sorry for that.
anyway, let's.
Good.
I'll be quiet.
All right,
I want to
so
read this.
I don't know what we missed there, but okay.
just above tabletop. That's all. Nothing crazy.
Okay. Cool. So you were going to
I'm
reach out
reaching out to a time god,
time god.
and I'm just asking a question, and it's, do you have a name so I can believe in you? And that is all I'm asking.
That's it?
Oh my
Well,
god!
because it says you can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Okay.
And because Deus is not a religious individual who really believes in a god's impact in one's life, he's just kind of reaching out to see if there is something that he could maybe start believing in.
All right. So as you sit here and you ritually cast the divination spell, you set up the incense and sacrificial offering, which is, in this case, a few moments of time. As you ponder and the magic words spill from your lips, you feel a connection. The light around you from the candle freezes for a moment. The flame pauses. The motion of the boat around you stops. You hear no noise from anywhere on the ship. Everything is perfectly quiet. Hello. You hear a sly, observant voice. I see you. A pleasure to learn that you're not just hiding. You are Deus Stromheim, formerly of Shatter Shaddai, one of three, Amadeus, Deus, and Morts. Three are one are three. All are watched by me. And in the dark space of the cabin of the ship, you will see two glowing almond-shaped eyes open in midair, looking at you. The glowing cobalt blue, they glare into your soul. I see you, Stromheim. I am Sarud. And I know when you are. At which point, the vision of these eyes fades, and The candle begins to move again. Everything returns to normal.
Dace will just kind of. I'm assuming he was on his knees when he was starting the ritual. He'll just kind of slump just under his butt and just kind of sitting in the cabin back against a wall. Fritz has been with him this whole time, just kind of watching. He'll just turn to Fritz. Well, can't say I wasn't expecting it. He'll pull out, he'll start gathering some of the materials that can be salvaged, like some of the candles and stuff. He'll put them out and kind of start gathering them. Any markings on the floor, kind of try to like wipe away.
Okay.
Kind of clean up the scene as if nothing ever happened there. He'll start to exit the cabin. Before getting to the door, he'll turn around. And he'll just say to himself, or he'll say to Fritz, now it's a matter of picking sides. Rude's, Mort's, or my own. He'll look at Fritz. Thoughts? Fritz will just kind of give him like a shit-eating grin and say, oh yeah, you're fucked, boss. Yeah. You're fucked. Ah. Yeah. Well, on to the next one. And he'll just kind of bamf out of existence. Days will give himself a laugh. And then just head out back onto the main deck of the ship.
Okay. Because you guys are traveling with the wind, and this is a cool effect that is in real life, there is no wind that you feel up on the ship. You guys ever go up on a hot air balloon ride? There is no wind in the basket. You guys are traveling very swiftly. Probably have never traveled this fast ever before, except for maybe on the ocean.
12 knots.
12 knots. Hey, there's some of those sailboats that go freaking fast, man. Just saying.
Yeah, very true. True.
Cool. So, as you guys travel along, the morning passes uneventfully. Is there anything you would like to do this morning on your sky skiff?
Nero tied himself back off to the boat as soon as they took off. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's a good idea. Breezy will be using her paints to make seatbelts.
Seatbelts.
Yeah, seatbelts.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm not going to question that. Very well. You're making seatbelts.
Yeah, because the boat is really small. Like, it barely fits all 6 of us. So, like, yes, she knows, like, hey, one monster ramming this thing, and someone's probably going to go overboard. So she's going to make seatbelts.
Crazy.
What?
Reese's going making the seatbelts. That's the fun part.
Yeah, she's smart. Yeah,
Character development.
Hooray! Awesome. So as you make the seat belts, who else is strapping in to use the seat belts, or who's going to be a Texas driver?
Nero doesn't know what a seatbelt is.
For the record,
he's
I use my seatbelt all the damn time.
Jimmy can't really seatbelt himself in because he's driving the boat.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a seat there or something like that,
Yeah, Nero doesn't know what a seatbelt is, so he's just going to trust his knots and the rope that he tied off.
Someone will use the seatbelt.
Yeah, she just puts them on the chairs, so like they're there, like just straps of leather.
Sure.
Probably some sort of simple like a belt buckle system.
No sweat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of hard to draw, so I imagine it took her all day to do it 6 times.
Okay.
And I don't want to draw it because
that's fine.
It's just there.
All right, so consume some more paint, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I thought you were keeping track of how much paint was in there.
No,
It was 200,
it's
so
your,
it's
your
21 square
job
meters.
to keep track of
I
your
mean,
resources.
I can add it to the tracker if you want,
We used
unless
some
you want to
already.
track it.
And we used 24 square meters from the 200 to make the salt to bring dills back. So that should be 200 minus 24 and whatever Breezy is using now.
So 180, no, 176, and then to draw 6 belts, like normal belts, that's
We'll say
So
1
we
square
can-
meter
Yeah, 1 square
yeah,
meter. Is
yeah, it's about so
for both sides of the
170
belts, etc. So they're not just one-sided.
You're gonna
things.
need things to actually attach the belts to the
Right.
ship and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
1
so
square meter is not too much to ask.
I agree.
Yeah, so 175 left. All right, let me put that in the notes of this. Customized notes. 175 meters left. Okay, and that's what she's going to be doing for the rest of the day.
Okay. Cool. So, as you guys are sailing along through the air, Jimmerly's keeping his eyes out for flying creatures.
Yes, he sure is.
Awesome. Can I get a perception check, sir?
You sure?
Yeah, I'm help. I would have actually been helping him. I sent him
Okay.
a thing in the chat saying I would have helped him.
Sure.
All right, I'll take advantage on this. Haha. Go gadget plus 5 perception. Roll pretty well.
All right. So, Jimmerly, as you're cruising along, you don't see any flying creatures at the moment. However, you do see something down below you in the form of a cave entrance.
Nice.
And
Oh,
you
big
hear
cave.
something not too far away as you hear a hiss somewhere below the boat.
Might be coming up on something's layers, guys.
Are we out
I
of his
don't-
reach?
Well, I don't know. It's a big cave.
That's a lot of bones.
Reminds me of the Star Wars space web.
I don't know what all lives out here. I didn't exactly venture that far out when I was in Nomrat, so be prepared. I don't.
Oh, it could be a lot of things.
Nope.
Davis will cast Mage Armor once he hears the hissing and sees all the bones on the ground. He's like,
Like Breezy's looking over curiously.
You look over the side down at it. Awesome.
Yeah.
For just a moment, Breezy, you see a shadow crossing the trees down below. You see the outline of the ship being projected on the trees. There's a distant shadow, and you see the flapping of wings in the shadow of the boat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, something above us.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I see our shadow on the ground, and then in the shadow of our boat, wings extend from it.
Yes.
Oh shit.
oh, it's under us.
Yes.
Breezy like, that's problematic. Jimmy, can you do a hard turn to port?
Yes. And Jimmy will make a turn.
All right. As Jimmy goes ahead and makes a turn, you guys look in horror as 3 figures are exposed. And please roll for initiative.
Ah, wyverns! Who could have seen that coming?
Oh no, I've always have my soul eyes.
As Jimmy sees that, he goes, "Breezy, this is your fault."
I literally warned y'all of them.
I'm so blaming you for it.
Let's see. Species. No.
Give me
shit.
1 minute to refresh.
There we
my,
go. There we go. Ooh, I rolled good.
Turns. Go there.
No, For some reason, my thing is not connecting. Let me.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry, Mr.
Well, give me a second. I think I know. I will roll again. I did get. I got a 20, but I don't know.
So you got a 20.
It would have been 23.
All right, let's go ahead and add
What's
your
all
turn
of these
here.
squares? Oh my god.
23.
I need to try to. I'm just gonna test
Awesome.
my attack.
Cool. As Jim really moves the ship to the port, which is the left side, these are revealed underneath and to the right. So, you are not surprised at this. Nero, what would you like to do?
Well, Hero's going to attack the one right in front of him because right there. So there's that.
All right.
Nice.
So,
With the sneak attack. Hold on, I gotta get that in there.
okay.
It automatically goes. In
You
there.
critically strike on 19s. Awesome.
Yeah, 19s and 20s.
Very cool. So, you're going to deal 16 plus 24.
Sneak attack. So the sneak attack already includes in there.
Oh, it is?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It automatically
I
does
forgot
that.
All right.
So it'll be the 4d6, so it's the perfect crits, be 24 extra for sneak
Right.
attack.
16 plus 36 is 54. 52, sorry. 52
Yep.
damage.
Awesome. So 52
A lot of
points damage.
Strong way to start.
That's an awesome way to start. Anything else, sir?
Okay. Let's see. Hold on, I got it. I'm learning a new character here. Give me a second.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem.
I know they got a bonus action. I think the bonus action. I can disengage, right?
Yes, sir. It's a bonus action.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna bonus action disengage and move back to here.
All right. These wyverns do not have sentinel. So, regardless, you did disengage. So, do you strum?
Disengage doesn't work against Sentinel anyway.
Yeah.
only
Okay.
mobile though.
Mr. Deuce.
Time to bring out the old classic. We are gonna cast slow
All right.
on these three guys within the 40-foot square.
Cool. So that's wisdom saving throws, correct?
Yeah, let me make sure to just cast it on the right slot.
All right. 1, 2, 3. And all three of them will be slowed.
Yes. And then that'll be my turn.
Cool. After Deuce Strum, we go to Luminostra.
What was the text that's slow again? They can't do what?
They cannot take reactions. They have a -2 to AC, disadvantage on Dex, and they can only make one attack. They can only take one action.
Oh.
They can only be one attack.
Okay, we are not moving, are we?
You are moving alongside
The
them,
ship
yeah.
is. Oh, the ship is moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It can use an action or bonus action, not both, and it can only make one attack.
So I move over here to get out of the range.
Okay.
They can't take reactions. What I'm gonna do is.
You're a little on the quiet side today.
Pardon?
You're a little quiet. I'm going to turn you up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean. Yeah, maybe. I am a little bit.
All
quiet,
good.
Sorry. Just trying to think what to do. I will just. Are they beasts?
Would you know this? Please roll a nature check.
Yeah. Give me a second.
You would not know this.
What? It was a oh, it was the dice is cocked. Okay. Yeah, I would not know this. Yeah, she's pondering that. So she is just going to she's just gonna attack, I think.
Okay.
So she cast hex on do you mind removing all of these squares? It's a little bit I know it's in a way, I suppose.
What squares? The grid?
Yeah, no, I can. Sorry, I can still see the thing. So I bet doesn't matter.
I can make them fainter.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I can still see those squares. I will have to just refresh. That's all. I'll put the hex
Okay.
on the middle one, and I will attack with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I don't see any red squares.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
So you hexed it
If
and
it
you
hits-
blasted it.
Yep.
Excellent. So you're going to do 17 damage to it.
It should be.
Here's the center
13.
one.
Yeah, includes the fade. It's 13 damage.
Oh, 13?
And then
Okay.
and then second blast comes in. That would be for 7 plus 5, so 13.
All right. So an additional 13.
13, no, 12 damage.
12 damage.
12,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Is there? You said there's a downstairs. Is that correct?
Yes, there's a small cabin downstairs.
Lumi goes into the cabin
Okay.
to get out of the way.
Cool.
I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's a 10.
Awesome.
Sorry, apologies. It's
Slowed.
Breezy, what would you like to do?
What do I want to do? They've been slowed. So previously, when Rinko mentioned the wyverns, Breezy rolled a nature roll. It was a 21.
Okay.
If you scroll up, you can see it right
Yep.
before her persuasion roll. So she know the normal things about wyverns. She's less curious about the wyverns and more curious about this. Is this like what a wyvern's lair usually looks like, or are they scavengers living around a larger predator?
You would know that wyvern lairs are typically like that. They're very serpentine in nature. There may be more wyverns down in there. If you guys wanted to go down and explore, you'd probably just find a whole bunch of bones and a whole bunch of wyverns down there. Probably more
Okay,
than you can
so-
handle.
Okay,
But
so
that's up to you guys.
well, she knows they're a type of dragon, but they're not smart. So do they hoard like dragons do?
No.
Or okay.
They're not collectors of anything other than meat and bones.
Okay. Well, then it's fine. Then she's not gonna ask Jimmy to go down so they can look in the dark cave full of bones.
Oh my god.
He knows there could be anything down there. There could even be a boat.
It could be another flying boat.
But
It'd be a flying boat that stays there for a very long time.
yeah. But she also knows that wyverns are dragons, and dragons are full of all sorts of nifty things that you can use for magic. So she's gonna ask Tomo, "Hey, Tomo, grab that one, pull it onto the boat." And she's not gonna be greedy though. She is going to cast Hold Monster on the one on the far left.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Wyvern.
Wizard saving wizard saving throw. Wisdom saving throw coming up.
17.
All right, so let's get you to cast the spell.
Oh, where's my sheet?
This whole person, you said?
Hold
Hold
monster.
monster.
Old monster.
Nice.
All right, so with wisdom saving throw, I got a 20.
Oh, come on! He rolled a 19.
I'm the silvery barbs that.
You're gonna silvery barbs that. Who would you like to grant your advantage to, sir?
Tomo.
Tomo. Okay. So the silvery barbs results in a 9.
Yay!
As it is held, its wings pause in mid-flight and it falls. Please roll your 20d6.
It's gonna be fine. Falling damage is hilariously underpowered in this game.
Dealing 71 points of damage. 71 points of damage would nearly kill any one of you guys, and it would kill Breezy and currently.
Oh yeah, it would. Well, it would.
You
Yeah,
should
but
have
like,
full health, right?
It won't update.
Huh. I will update it here on
It's
this end.
64. I've tried changing it 4 times and it won't save.
All right. Strange.
It's now says 96, which is also isn't full.
like yeah, it is a little silly in this game that Breezy could technically jump out of this boat and have a decent chance of living
Yeah,
Like
I know.
not just living, of just walking away from it with like a twisted ankle and then like being fine the next day.
It's one of my big complaints about the 5th edition rules is their maximum fall damage. They're like, you're never going to fall this far.
Yeah.
People are going to fall this far.
Yeah, it's the high tail sorcery and adventure. Of course,
Right.
people fall. Like, there's always a 10,000-foot cliff nearby. Like, it's just a rule.
Thankfully, no.
How far did this thing fall?
It fell the maximum distance, so it fell what is it? You guys are 2,000 feet up.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Okay.
So it is gone. Like basically.
Yeah, he's reduced his half speed, so I don't think he's coming back.
He's going to be gone for a while unless he can. He falls 200 feet per round, so he hasn't technically hit the ground yet. He has 5 rounds before, or 10 rounds before he hits the ground, so he shouldn't have taken the damage yet. But we're just going to go ahead and negate him because he's gone.
Yeah, he's probably out of the combat.
All right.
I mean, I guess they could get lucky and lose Breezy's concentration, but
Considering we're still moving too, right?
yeah, we're still moving.
We'll
too.
just eliminate
But yeah,
him. That's fine.
The reason I'm asking is obviously whole monster only lasts so long, and he will be able to do additional checks. He may not even hit the ground.
Yeah, but he takes 3 rounds to fly back up. Effectively, he's out of the fight.
Yeah,
sure. Let's
see.
continue. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
so-
mean to.
Generally. Oh, anything else, Breezy?
It'd probably be smart of her to move, but she's not.
Okay.
She's
She's
feeling pretty
confident.
good.
She got her armor.
She's got her armor, her shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy is right next to her in case things go really bad. She's fine.
Sure. What's the worst that can happen?
She's not gonna get stung. She's fine.
All right. Generally.
Well, I gotta keep steering the boat,
Okay.
so I will cast. Let me make sure.
Put it on cruise control.
Lock it at 60. Get over here.
I will cast.
tie a rope to it.
On the 3rd level, and I will extend it to 16 hours on Breezy. Actually, is Tomo close enough? Let's make sure. Breezy, Tomo, and Nero. I'll get plus 10 max HP.
Aid is a great spell.
Like, sir.
And my bonus action, I will. Jimmy's a little too petty for that. So I will cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
Smart.
No, we might.
Now we don't wreck the boat and fall off.
Was that 15 HP you said?
10.
10, thank you.
I didn't cast the 4th level, I cast the 3rd.
Cool. All right. Anything else, sir?
Nope.
All right. This wyvern is going to reach out to sting one of the people that he can reach, and I cannot reach Luminostra because she's down below decks. So
Correct.
I have 4 targets that are in range of my stinger. 1d4. Number 3, 1, 2, 3 would be Deustrom. Of course it is.
Deus is just a monster magnet.
Just a monster magnet. That's all it is. As the tail slowly slithers up onto the ship, it goes to wrap around your ankle and stab you in the back of the thigh. With a 25, sir.
Yeah. What do I want to do?
Those are noises.
Okay. The thing is, I can reaction it to Chronal Shift to get a lower roll. Because I can't reaction shield it and be fine. But if I do the reroll, and then I could have gotten shielded, that is the price. How much damage is that? 29?
If you fail the Constitution saving throw, it will be the 28 damage.
Oh, okay.
Just set thing or the.
Actually, then I'll take it. I will just take it.
All right.
So 7, and then just a con save.
Yes, please. So a DC 15.
Yeah, baby!
All right.
Yay!
So you will resist that. However, I do need a concentration check with DC 10, or you will lose slow.
That's an advantage.
He should be fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was close though.
Yeah, a little too close, but we take those.
Yeah. Right after Dave's gets stabbed, Breezy's gonna be like, "Watch out for the tails! They're poisonous."
The second wyvern only gets one attack, just like the first one, and we're also going to try to use that stinger. And we're going to try to target Breezy this time.
Aw. I thought it was gonna be Dave's again.
I was like, hit
You
me
really-
once more.
If
That
they were
would make it
smarter, if they had an intelligence of like 10,
Yeah,
we would
they're
be
animals.
stabbing Deuce all day long. But they have an int score of 5, so they're not much more than beasts. So the stinger is going to just slash out at Breezy, and Breezy, a 26 to
shit.
strike you.
A 26 absolutely hits her. She can't even stop that,
Okay, so
even with shield.
I need a Constitution saving throw of a DC 15,
No.
or you will suffer 33 points of damage.
We take those. We take those.
Hey!
All right, you succeed also with a 16. All right, and I need a concentration check to be a DC 10, or you
She
will
might.
lose hold monster.
It's just a con check, right?
Right, Constitution
A
saving
Constitution,
throw.
yeah.
Saving throw.
Hey, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're good. All right,
Also within 10
Oh.
feet of Jimmy, so you get +5.
right.
And so I take the 8 piercing damage, but not
Yes,
the poison damage.
correct.
Okay.
You resisted the poison.
I'm
It should be. I'm sorry. It should be half the damage of the poison on a success. So,
okay.
Deuce,
12.
you should have suffered 10 additional damage,
10.
and yeah, Breezy should have
And I-
suffered 12, 20.
Yeah. As funny as it would have been, though, I kind of hope she had lost the con save.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out for the poison!
Here comes the new phrase, the new breezy coin phrase.
All right. At the end of their turns, they get to save against the slow, correct?
Yep.
I believe so. Let me just double check. Yep, makes another wisdom saving throw.
All right. So all three of them try to save against slow. 1, 2, and 3. This one is no longer slowed. The last one, who is currently held 3 rounds down, his wisdom saving throw against hold monster fails. All right. That is the extent of their turns, other than movement, I suppose. But we didn't move before the end of their turn, so disregard. All right, Tomo, what do you want to do?
Grab him!
Yeah,
Grapple him.
I'm gonna try to grapple this guy here. I have advantage on the roll because of silvery barbs.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
go
got a 22 as you try to grab a hold of this very strong wyvern. He repulses your strength. His wings.
Okay, let's try again.
Yeah, they're not very dexterous, they're just strong.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna work.
We'll find out. No! You grabbed a hold of him. He put all of
Okay,
his
let's
effort
just-
into the first one.
Let's give him a knee to the side of the head.
Thunk! A 25. You return the favor with a massive strike. Your bugbear knee catches him in the side of the head. It hisses back at you, its long forked tongue slowly lolling out instead of being dexterous.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to basically just like pull him onto the boat here.
Okay, you're gonna pull a wyvern onto the boat. Do Strom! The wyvern's right next to you now.
Yeah,
Sorry, Deus.
All right,
he'll
just
be
get me.
fine.
That's it for my
He's-
turn.
Double.
Yeah, I mean,
Hero.
oh, and Deus is not immune to poison, is he? Oh,
No.
No,
Just
I'm a skinny wizard. Why would I?
I
get
don't
hero.
know, Army.
Don't worry, guys. The wizards are tanking this. We got this.
Yeah, don't
Hey,
worry.
you guys have done amazing up to now. We it's so great to be in a party with literally 5 tanks. It's amazing. I love it.
Luminostra, you hear the slithering of a wyvern and batting of wings against the deck of the ship.
I put my hands on my head, like face palming a bit, and I slowly creep my way to the door, and I
It's
watch.
Nero's turn before yours, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
It's PNI.
Yep. Just
It's away.
describing what you can hear.
Yeah.
All right, Nero.
The ship
I'm just gonna
bouncing.
go
Yep.
do that. 21 for 21.
On which one?
I'm gonna throw it at this one.
Okay.
Next to Breezy.
Cool. All right, so you throw the
Do I
dagger.
have disadvantage on that attack.
What? Oh yeah, you have disadvantage because this thing's next to you.
Well,
Which would mean you don't get sneak attack.
Right.
all right. Well, then I'll redirect it because I.
You
Didn't
can
think
just
about it.
bonus
New player,
action,
yeah.
engage,
Yeah.
and attack.
I just throw it at that one.
Okay. If you throw it, it's going to be a disadvantage. Do you just want to stab with it?
Yeah, just stab it.
Okay. So it's the same roll, but you're just
Yeah.
learning the character.
Yep.
All right. So you
And
will deal
then-
21 damage, and Breezy is burning herself on some kind of something.
I moved my leg and like all my joints in my leg popped at the same time. That really hurt.
And then I'm gonna bonus action disengage and come over here next to Jimmy.
Okay.
I am not where my card token is, by the way.
Right.
Obviously, but
Yep.
just me.
All right. So as Nero disengaged to move away, do Strum.
We are gonna cast Mirror Image. So now I'm even tankier. Just try and hit me, nerds.
Okay.
Alright. So we got 3 of them.
You sound like, never mind, Bryn Gemflower from Wednesday night. And every time he says, I sound tankier, try to hit me, nerds, it's always a critical strike on the next one. I don't know why. It just happens.
I am unstoppable. That's it. That's my die turn. That is my die
Wow.
turn. I'm just casting Mirror Image. 'cause I
Tempting
can't- I don't have
fate,
bonus
aren't
action.
you?
Okay, Boris. Yeah. I'm invincible.
I am invincible.
All right. Let me see where we're at. All right, Luminostra, you hear I'm invincible from on deck, and you hear the flapping and slithering of a wyvern who's currently being held on the ship. The ship is lurching side to side, and you see the various things that are in storage here swinging. What would you like to do?
Lumi comes up to kind of the door to be able to see the wyverns. Eric, just a quick of a question. This is more like a mechanics question. If I were to cast Cloud of Daggers on a ship deck, obviously not destroying the ship, I'm just casting a spell. The ship just happened to be the ground. Is it anchored to the ship as it moves, or is it anchored in space in the planet? And as we move, the thing would just kind of wish past us and just stay in midair.
Yeah, let me pull up Cloud of Daggers and take a look.
It's just a spell and drop
Yeah.
in and put in a place.
I think it says point at a target in space. I think.
Fill the
if I remember
air.
correctly.
So it's in the air. It's not actually attached to the ground. So the air in that 5-foot area is what is filled with daggers.
If that's the case, I will still do this. I will. Will I still do this? Do I care? Yeah, I care. I am going to place a cloud of daggers here,
Okay.
and as the ship goes past, he's gonna hit that one, and it's gonna hit that one,
Okay.
and then disappear down and stay midair.
All right.
That's
So
pretty cool. Yeah.
So let me cast a spell first. It
Cool.
is Astral Tears. That's the damage for the first one. It will be 27, and the damage for the second one will be 21.
Okay. Officially, this happens on Jim Lee's turn because he's driving. But in order to track it, we're going to go ahead and do it now because they don't get a turn before that happens. Cool?
Yes.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're just going to apply the damage now because you're doing this before they have an opportunity to move out of the way. Sweet.
Correct. Okay.
And yeah, that's one of the cool things about aerial Cloud of Daggers is it is in a point and you can drag things through it.
Yeah. But as soon as it kind of runs away and it disappears, I will drop the concentration on the spell. This wyvern is no longer hexed.
Okay.
It doesn't have a curse on him anymore. And on my bonus action, do I do anything with bonus action? I would just walk back down into the ship.
If you
now.
go down, that's going to get you out of 10 feet, won't it?
10 feet. Oh, he's got 10 feet reach.
Yes.
And he's no longer slowed. I will just do a intelligent check And if it's below 10, she will stay where she is.
Okay.
I thought that perhaps, yeah.
Okay. Miss Breezy?
Oh. Maintaining concentration on the hold monster. You know what? What? Yes. Are you
No,
gonna
no,
say something? Or-
No, I was just wondering. Did you apply the damage to the second one, or what?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, cool. Good. Please continue.
All right. So interesting. If you use a spell slot a 5th level or higher, the duration is 8 hours. Oh, okay. So I can curse him without using concentration because if I do it at a 5th level, okay. So Breezy is going to cast Bestow Curse at a 5th level.
All right.
And she's gonna slap, like this thing's flapping in her face, so she's gonna like just her hand is gonna touch one of its wings, and she is going to attempt to curse him. He has to make a Wisdom 17 saving throw.
I wish we still had the rules that you had to actually touch them, but here we go.
Yeah, well, yeah, range is touch. Yeah.
All right. So you reach out and curse him.
So for now, it's
Which curse are we applying?
because I'm greedy and I don't want him to fall behind. She is going to make it so that he has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Jim Lee Adlerman?
I'm gonna keep steering the boat with my sanctuary up.
All right. The wyverns are going to attack. The slow one here is his movement speed is 0 because he's grappled, so he has to break free of the grapple. Or he can try to sting someone. One will be trying to break free. 2 will be sting. We're stinging. And it makes sense that we would try to sting Tomo. So we're stinging Tomo.
You will try.
Yeah, well, that's not working. All right. Over here, we are going to perform our whole multi-attack. And we're going to choose to attack one of the people on the boat.
To be fair, Breezy is right in front of you.
You are right in front, and I can only use the reach of 5 feet. So, yeah, we're attacking Breezy.
With disadvantage. Haha.
Disadvantage, but it's going to be bite, claw, and stinger. So here we go. The bite, Breezy, will be a 17 to hit you. That's right,
She
11.
11 to hit.
11.
Blocks it. Well, actually, she just dodges. She sidesteps.
Okay. A 9 will miss you, thanks to the
Same
curse.
as that.
And the stinger will miss you.
Aha.
And
This is showing like the agility of a well-seasoned fighter.
yep. And then Breezy,
Bloom's impressed.
it's going to curl its wings, and it's going to go down.
Oh, come back.
Would you like to take an opportunity attack?
You know what? She'll give it a shot. Doesn't hurt to try.
With a 19, you do strike it. Dealing 9 damage. And it will descend below the ship.
Hey, come back.
All right.
I'm gonna harvest your blood and poison. Come back.
That's so fucked up.
Tomo, what would you like to do, sir? Oh,
Okay,
wisdom
he's
saving
got-
throws real quick for the 2 slows, 1 and
go for it.
2, and then and it's DC 17 for the slow, right, Deuce?
Correct.
And then for the hold monster ends, but he is 6 rounds down, so he's out of the picture. Or no, he's 9 rounds down, so forget him. Tomo, go ahead.
Okay, he's got one hand with a wyvern in it, so he's going to use the other hand to draw his redeemed katana of vengeance with one hand out of its black scabbard, and he will start swinging on the wyvern.
Okay. And both of those will hit, and you are going to deal total
One-handed.
22 damage to him.
Nice.
I'll go ahead and action surge.
Yes. Finish him.
There it is.
Yes,
There we
those
go.
are numbers I like to see. Yes.
So that's going to deal an additional 27 damage. I'm sorry. Additional 27 damage.
And he must always attack Tomo from now on.
Yep.
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be compelled to attack me until the end of his or end of my next turn.
He is not
Yeah.
compelled.
Okay.
It's
That
okay.
is okay.
He needs to get the bleep out of here.
The power
We're
of
gonna
Tomo
try
compels you.
to knee him now.
Okay?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
All right. He has 4 hit points left.
That's over my turn.
All right. Nita?
Nero would look at Breezy and be like, "Is there a reason we dragged this thing on the boat here? Are we killing
Yes.
this thing?"
Remember,
Yes.
this thing is half off the side of the boat, so Tomo's
Well, yeah.
currently just muscling it on with one hand and a sword.
Just make sure it doesn't fall off. They're really valuable. They're dragons.
Well, I don't have any way of being able to help pull the dang thing up on the ship, but I could probably kill it.
Well, just make sure it doesn't fall off. You know, you're a big, strong man. Go do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Did Nero blush? Is this Nero's blush? How does a snake blush? I don't know. Go on.
Nero's trying to figure a way to explain that he's like 5'6", 117 pounds. He's like, there's nothing big about me, but okay.
Actually, now that I'm looking at his stats, actually, Breezy is stronger than he is.
Exactly. All right, so you have to tell me if I do this right. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and attack it.
You want to steady aim first?
So steady aim will give you
Oh,
you lose
too
the
late.
movement speed, yeah, but
no,
you get advantage
because
of it.
what I was going to do next is it's different anyhow.
All right. Well, the psychic blade lashes out and kills it as it
Okay.
slides directly into its head.
Now, but before I finish, I wanted to do an action surge to be able to. Can I use my action surge to hold my action to try to help grab it on Deuce's turn?
Yeah?
I mean, it's already on the boat.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you can use your action surge to grab it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would come up here after killing it and then use my action surge to grab it and help it.
All right. Cool. So that'll allow you to combine your athletic scores to try to hold on to this creature's body as it goes limp and is dragging over the side of the boat. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Do Strom.
Dave's as a -1 strength, so he's gonna get the fuck out of the way and let the big guys do all the heavy lifting. He'll be like the guys at the airport with the lights. He's guiding them. I'm guiding the wyvern onto the boat. I'm guiding him in.
Don't forget,
Supervising. Understood.
don't forget the one that's beneath us.
Oh, that is true. He'll go up top then with his movement
Okay.
up to here. And he's gonna hold his action.
Okay.
Oh, dropping slow as a free action.
Sure.
And he's gonna hold his action to cast a spell when he sees the wyvern.
Okay. Cool. So after Deuce, we go to Luminostra.
Lumi is going to cast. Where's my cantrips? She's going to cast Silence in the Fang, and then while concentrating on that, she's gonna move over here at the end of the battle, over here next to G.
All right.
That's that then.
Breezy.
Breezy will move up and she'll help Tomo. She'll grab its wing and help haul it, or
Okay.
try to help haul it more centered onto the boat.
Cool. So you
So it
guys
doesn't
all
fall.
get your cooperative athletics check on this. Awesome. Generally,
I'm steering the boat.
awesome. Cool. So 1d6. Number 5. All right, Luminostra. The wyvern comes up from behind you here.
I will hinder fate the attack.
The first attack, okay.
Yes.
The first. Go ahead.
Does my action, my
Yes, sir.
held action, will fire off? We're gonna cast a 4th level chromatic orb.
Okay.
And we're gonna do. We'll do acid.
All right. Wibbly wobbly chromatic orb, shimmering like rainbows, blasts into it, dealing 15 acid damage as it hits as it's in the green phase. The wyvern's first attack, which was its bite, is held. The claws then strike. Luminostra, does a 17 catch you?
Yes, it does.
All right, you're going to suffer 11 slashing damage and need a Constitution saving throw with DC 10, or you will lose the hinder fate.
Yeah, 1 sec. I have advantage. I passed.
Awesome.
Nice.
And then it's going to use its third attack to try to grapple you.
Okay.
Luminostra, I need you to beat an 8 with your athletics or acrobatics.
Gosh, fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
It will then fall down below the ship. Would you like to take an opportunity attack?
I don't have any weapons on me,
Okay.
and I can't cast spells as a reaction. So
Why
I
is it
used the
falling?
reaction already anyway, so I can't attack.
It's descending again beneath the ship.
Oh, okay. It's flying down. Okay. I was thinking for some reason it was like something caused it to fall, and I was like, why is it falling?
Imagine a jet that just pulls its wings in and then descends and then moves around
Yeah,
again.
I'm tracking now. I was like, wait, what? Did I miss something?
Yep. As it tucks its wings in, it just disappears from view. Tomo, you're holding on to a massive wyvern.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull him up onto the ship here.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I get athletics checks from the three of you?
Yeah. Sure. Hey.
Okay, Tomo just used it onto
Hey.
the ship. Understood.
It's pretty good for a +0. Just saying.
Yeah, I just realized Breezy is literally the 3rd strongest person in the party.
Not saying a lot there, guys.
All right,
Make
Tomo's
it
gonna
another
stand
hit.
over here and ready his action to attack the wyvern if it returns.
Cool. Nito?
I'm gonna prepare an action to throw my daggers if that thing should pop up. Or I shouldn't say throw. I'll attack it. I'm
Okay.
gonna prepare an action to attack it.
Sure. Mr. Strom?
We're gonna hold our action to
Okay.
attack if we see it.
Cool. Luminostra?
I am going to hold that action to cast a spell.
All
A
right.
magical item.
Cool.
So
Breezy?
just use it.
Okay, she's not that airheaded. She's gonna be looking at the boat. Like, how heavy is the wyvern roughly? Like,
Oh, it weighs easily 900 pounds.
okay, so the boat probably can't handle too many of them then. All right, well then, yeah, she can't be too greedy. Let's see, what does she want to do? What spell does she want to use for this?
You'll be able to handle plenty. It's just uses more fuel, I suppose.
Well, yeah, it's enough. She's not super greedy.
Just a
What
bit,
would
not
be-
much.
What would be the best ability? You know, well, okay, tell you what. She will prepare another bestow curse.
Okay.
Do I have to put the level at which I'm preparing it when I
Yeah.
prepare the action?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
to
she is
cast
going
a
to-
spell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are
she
casting
is
the
going-
spell.
Okay, so she is going to prepare a just a normal 3rd level bestow curse, which does drop the concentration on the one that fell,
Okay.
but that one's probably pretty far away by now, so it's fine.
Cool.
So she is going to prepare that spell, and she's going to move up. She thinks it's going to pop up here, so this is where she's going to.
All right.
If it comes up, she's gonna.
Sure. Mr. Adlerman,
I am gonna continue driving the boat.
you're doing such a good job, sir.
I know I gotta do my thing, you know.
Got one job on this ship.
Got one job.
Right. 1d6. The wyvern comes up. You are a monster magnet, sir, just for the record.
Yes, sir.
As it comes up on the other side of the ship,
I
prepared
was
actions fire
outwitted.
off. Tomo, your prepared action, sir.
Everybody had prepared. I suppose.
13 does strike it, dealing 9 damage. All right. Nero, your prepared action will deal the full 19 damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Deuce's prepared action.
We're casting Pulse Wave.
Pulse Wave, okay. The con save, I believe.
That is correct. We're going to do it at 3rd level.
I got a 17.
That is the DC.
I will resist your spell, but I take half damage, I believe.
Yes, you take half damage.
All right, so 8. Lumi, your prepared action.
I'll let the spell fizzle.
Okay. Breezy, your prepared action.
It doesn't go off because it has to be in touch range.
Understood. All right, and Jim really was driving. So the wyvern comes up and goes to attack Dustrom. We're going to start with a bite. Deuce, a 21 to strike you.
That will hit one of the duplicates and not hit me.
Okay.
So that goes down to 2.
Then we will attempt to grapple you with my first claw attack. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong thing. It should be this athletics check. So a 13 needs you to beat a 13 with athletics or acrobatics. Ignore the 17 damage.
We're going to go with acrobatics.
Okay. You dodge to the side. It tries a second time. Need you roll again, sir.
Yep.
As I'm trying to take my meal with me as a to-go box.
So I need to roll an 8 or higher. Easy.
Okay.
I have 1 duplicate left.
Cool. Awesome. That's going to be it for his turn. I am going to go ahead and descend.
As he descends, Daesh will say, "Eat shit, scavengings."
All right. So, Tomo, what would you like to do?
He's going to stay where he is and ready a grapple if he returns.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Hero?
Can I bonus action steady aim and then hold my action, prepare an action? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Cool. So you're not moving. Mr. Strong?
We're gonna recast mirror image.
Okay. Getting your bang for your buck out of that spell.
Oh yeah, bud. And I will end my turn.
Cool.
Does it mean he has 5 of them now?
No, I just go back up to 3. I wish.
Luminastra?
I am moving over here. I climb on top of the air. I just jump in the air, flap my wings, and as the ship is moving, I get dragged back.
Okay.
However fast, my point is I'm gonna go as far as I can gauge, like 25 feet away from the ship.
Okay.
As if everything is moving fairly quickly, cast Eldritch Blast on the creature,
All right.
and then Misty Step into the boat again.
Cool. As you see it currently below the ship over here,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just blast at it.
Yep. So first Eldritch Blast comes in. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Second one comes in for 9 points of damage.
All right.
And then Misty Step back into the boat.
Cool. All right. Breezy.
That's my turn.
Oh, can I see him?
No,
Is he-
he's down below
No.
the ship. Luminostra jumped off the ship to go and shoot it.
She'll tell that he's on the what is it, starboard? Is it starboard
Yes.
that side? Yeah, he's a starboard of the ship.
Yeah, she'll like try to lean over the side just to see if she can get an
One
angle.
moment. So there's a problem here.
Oh?
You said you were in a seatbelt, and you've been moving around on the ship a whole lot.
Well, yeah. No one. I don't think anyone has their seatbelts on because otherwise
Okay.
we'd be restrained, and then they'd have like
Understood.
advantage hitting us. Yeah.
So you're leaning over the side of the ship, you said.
Yeah, like she's not like. She's just like like leaning over because I'm sure there's railings on this ship.
Sure. Yeah.
Like just with her waist, just trying to see if she can see it
Of course.
over the side. Like she's
Can I
she's
get
not like
an athletics or acrobatics needs you to beat a 5.
Eagle, that's a fair roll. 5 is good.
Yeah, it's not like she's
Okay.
she's being
Oh,
crazy.
We're not
Okay.
reaching for the crystals underneath. We're just asking for the 5. That's all I asked for.
Oh, when she was doing that, she was literally hanging off the side by her feet. That was different.
Valid.
So, but I'm pretty sure she can't see the
No,
wyvern.
it's technically underneath the ship.
Yeah, it's.
In order
She-
to
she-
see, you're going to have to lean way over the side.
I have to make a. I have to make a hook shot cantrip. Yeah.
That's called
yeah, just
magic
like-
missile.
Yeah, I don't have it prepared.
Well,
Buoy.
it exists.
I have it. I just haven't prepared it.
Ignore that.
I
Just
could do
use-
something. I could do something really stupid.
Do it.
No, not breezy.
How close is it to the? It's not like touching the bottom of our boat,
It
right?
is not
It's
touching
not like
the bottom of the boat. It's not smart enough to detect the crystals. It doesn't know what those are. It has no idea. Plus, if it was dumb enough to touch crystals, it'd be electrocuted. Oh, wait. Just say it.
So she is going to. It's kind of it's just like a depth charge, So she is going to point overboard straight down
Sure.
and fire a fireball 40 feet down.
Understood. Got it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because
That's
the boat
where
is
it
about
is.
the boat is about 10 feet deep, right?
Yes, sir.
Give or take. So yeah, it should be about it shouldn't hit the boat. It's deep enough
Understood.
not to hit
Nice
the
heat
boat. Yeah.
treatment. Nice
Yeah.
heat
And,
treatment.
well, it's a snowball. So yeah, she's gonna cast that.
All right. So the dexterity saving throw is a 7.
Fails. That was a low damage roll, but whatever.
All right. So we're just going to bring him on the screen here so we can reduce his hit points by 23 points.
I should have upcast it. So it's suddenly we're playing Hunt for the Red October, and
Dude, no.
I need to go
I
rewatch
love that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, playing this character, you need to go rewatch that movie.
it is.
so
For those who don't know, I've been feeding Nero a whole ton of like spy and clandestine movies and TV series and stuff.
that's another one. Yeah,
Lots of homework. Lots of homework.
and yeah, Breezy's still like looking over the side because she can't tell if she hit it or not.
Right? You just
She's like,
watch
"I
the
think
poof.
Yeah, the puff of ice and snow, and she's like, "I think I got it. I think I can't tell."
All right.
And that's it for her. That's it for her turn.
Mr. Adler, man.
I'm going to continue steering the ship because these people are crazy.
All right. The camera is going to see the wyvern tuck its wings and intentionally fall out of range and retreat.
Yeah, it's not gonna kill itself for a meal. Yeah.
So, you guys can manage to escape. Unless you guys want to head down, you guys can escape here. I'm not hearing any opposition.
No,
no.
Awesome.
Yes.
Time to check out.
Go into the giant wyvern hole. I
And Lumia, Lumi goes to the bottom of the ship, to the hold, and to have a short rest.
Okay.
Cool.
She's
Breezy
mad after all.
is too excited to do that. So first, she's going to make some glass containers from the pigments
Okay.
to hold, I don't know, a couple gallons at least.
Gallons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, 2 milk containers basically. And then she is
She's
going
very
to.
ambitious about how much poison and venom these things have.
Well, it's not. No, that's for the blood. For the venom,
Oh, okay.
I think normal a used potion vial will probably work for the venom. Yeah.
Okay.
But first, she's going to cast Borrow Knowledge on herself.
All right.
So she gets proficiency in survival. So let me cast that. Where is that? There we go. And then she's also going to cast Enhanced Ability Wisdom on herself. Owl's Wisdom. Ignore the dice. That's for if she did Constitution.
Okay.
So she has advantage on this roll. How do I give myself proficiency? Skill override, set proficiency level, proficient for right now. Okay, so now I have advantage. So yeah, she's going to take out her knife and well. Okay, so this is we're getting into more DM. Does this work? She's going to try to use fabricate because she just gave herself the knowledge on how to butcher a creature. So she's going to try to use fabricate to basically disassemble this butcher this wyvern. Because it says, well, let me post it. So it just boils down to whether or not this corpse still counts as a creature or not. Or is it an object or a creature? I think
It's a
It's
corpse.
raw
of a creature.
materials.
Yeah.
Right. It kind of depends. Oh, I see. You see.
because she's turning this raw material of a whole creature into a pile of scales, bones, blood, and then poison. And
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know if this would work or not.
Nero would promptly be taking a seat, taking a break, and at the same time watching all this, being like, "What in the hell have I got myself into?"
What the hell is this girl doing?
All right,
what-
so
what
this
did
is something
you-
that we're going to have to talk about because I can see both points of view on this one. Okay.
What?
And it has a lot of consequences going forward. I can see the argument of being able to disassemble the corpse into the various parts. Like, I can see that. But this also goes into a whole lot of future events as well. It is a 4th level spell, so I think it's balanced. I'm just trying to figure out where you guys' heads are at.
I think she's just trying to butcher things easily.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because yeah, your system of like you can harvest X amount of things is your own custom system. So this would obviously break that system because this is
Which is kind of why eventually I would like to approach you guys. I was going to do it at the end of the session about looking into this new Heliana's book, which is actually really good.
It has a lot of really cool stuff in it. I told you.
Yeah. And I would provide you with the PDF of that. It's really, really solid. But for this event,
to the book anyway.
for at least this current thing, I think for this one, we go ahead and allow this if you guys are cool with that. And then we discuss that after the session.
Cool.
I mean,
yeah.
You only gave yourself a survival. The way that you make things with fabricate is that you also need a tool proficiency. So if you want to do something with the skin, you need to have leatherwork.
Right.
Well, yeah,
So it's not just I have survival and I can turn everything into waistcoat.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Well, she hasn't, but she could do because she can give herself knowledge.
Yeah, you can only do it. But you can only do it with. You can only cast borrowed knowledge once. You're concentrating on the spell.
Right? No.
So you can only give yourself survival, right?
Yeah, it ends if you cast it again, but it's not concentration.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And also, it also says it only works for skills, not tool proficiencies.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
need 2 proficiencies to be able to make anything with it.
Right.
Yeah, I do plan on the
typically,
future on her learning all the proficiencies.
Which
but-
is fine. That's okay. I think the spell itself
Mhm.
traditionally is that you use it to. It's like you want to makes packs of the meat and everything else and
Right.
fabricate. You can do that. And if you want to build something with it, like a bunch of ore and turn into a
Right.
suit of armor, you must have the 2 proficiencies to be able to do that.
Right. I think for right now, all we're going to do is we're just going to disassemble this thing using magic for this one time. And then we'll talk about future stuff after the session. Cool?
Yeah.
Yes, fine.
All right. Cool. So, as Breezy goes about disassembling this thing with magic, the skin is magically pulled off intact. The muscles are distributed into packs of meat. Do you have anything to wrap these in?
Not right now. She's probably she's probably waiting until tonight. When we land, she's probably gonna cure or smoke them.
Okay.
As much as she can in one day, which isn't that much, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, smoking takes a while.
Yeah,
Especially
well,
Did
for
it all day
night.
yesterday.
Yeah, she could also make salt, but that would use a lot of her pigment, and she doesn't want to
Yeah.
do that. At the very least, we'll have a nice dinner tonight. We can eat as much as we can and try to
Okay.
preserve as much as we can once we land. But
Yep.
for the time being,
we describe
for
this
the
as a
time being-
900-pound creature, so it's a big thing.
yeah, it's a lot of meat. So she's just piling up like steaks
Okay.
on the boat.
Sure.
And and she's using prestidigitation as much as she can to keep the boat clean.
I am
the
going
boat
to
is,
ask for a sleight of hand check on this spell because there are poison glands that could taint the meat. You're fine. Okay. All good. So, okay. So you're able to do all of that. The wyvern poison you can pull out. You gain a large vessel of it, a gland. Please roll 1d6. How many vials of wyvern poison do you get?
We have 36 empty vials if you want to use them.
All right.
Yeah, she'll use them. Thank you, Louis. And
Yep.
she will she is extremely excited. It's a bit grisly, but I mean, this is a medieval world, so how many people here haven't seen an animal be butchered? But she is very excited about this. She's going about it. She's actually kind of squealing to herself, I can't believe it worked. It's working. And she and if anyone's paying attention, she'll start rambling about how technically wyverns are dragons, and dragons are very magically potent creatures, and you can use their scales and their blood and their bones and their claws and their teeth and their most dragons don't have stingers. Some dragons have stingers, but these ones are, I guess, pseudo dragons is the best term for it. So they're not as magically potent as normal dragons, but there's still a little bit of dragony goodness running through them. So you can use them, for all sorts of stuff. They're really good for enchanting and other sorts. They hold spells really well. She's gonna just be rambling, because she's really excited about this. Is anyone paying attention to her?
Nope.
Nope.
Someone says, "That's nice, Breezy."
Reese, you've been given words of affirmation.
Yay! That's all she wants. That's all she wants in her life.
understand.
Yeah, then she's gonna give Tomo a high five because him grappling this is all because of him, because he was able to actually grapple the wyvern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
What are you gonna do with those vials of poison, Breezy?
Well, I probably can't use them. I was actually gonna sell them in Asataro. You can sell them for a pretty decent penny.
Interesting.
I mean, do you want them?
Okay.
You look.
Well,
I mean, I don't want to be. Well, I mean, you look a little. You seem like the kind of guy who would use poison for, reasons.
That's
she says as she.
classist. Yeah, I could. Personally, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, But like, and
You know-
when I mean it doesn't bother me, I mean the poison doesn't bother me. But hey, yeah, I can hold on to them if you want. And maybe I can use them down the road.
Well, we all, we all took part of this, so I guess everyone can get a vial if they want.
Lumi says that she doesn't need it. That you should keep it. I think we could sell it.
All right, yeah.
Just for the tracking. How many vials were there?
it was 5. So she'll give one to Nero, and then she'll hold on to the rest unless anyone else wants one.
Right, so
Tomo
Nero,
has
you
a
have
poison
one.
vial on him right now. Just basic poison, right?
It's wyvern poison.
Okay. Tomo has a basic poison vial on him right now.
Okay.
Easy.
Oh, it's already in there. Oh wow.
Brizzy, do you know how much they would go for?
Okay, so I actually just because I was putting it in my
Yeah,
inventory right
I
now.
know.
I don't think that's correct.
No,
That's way too much.
It's far too much.
Yeah, I was about to say there's no way it's worth that much. So we're just gonna ignore
for
that bit
those-
of meta
yeah, for
knowledge.
The price on D&D Beyond from the basic rules has this as a 1,200 gold vial. So we can't do that because 7,000 gold from one wyvern is unreasonable.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe that's like some sort of like concentrated wyvern venom or something.
10%
Yeah, I think 120 gold is reasonable.
Yeah,
for each vial.
because also these are from 2024 rules, so
That's fine.
so I will add that to my backpack for wyvern vials. But yeah, she's just really excited because, like, I mean, look how well this works. She like points at the belly of the creature, its skin. Like, I can't believe the spell worked this well. It's perfect.
Mm.
And the thing is, yeah, Aceturo's not that far away. It's not going to rot before we get there. We could probably. Oh man. Also, we made dinner, so I don't know if we have any
dinner's good.
seasonings. Do we have any seasonings? We should get seasonings when we're in Acetaro.
Now, Breezy,
Huh?
is eating wyvern meat toxic?
She rolled a 21. Would she know that?
You rolled 21 on nature check. This
Yeah.
would be a survival check?
Oh, well, I can find out
Let's
right
find
now.
out.
Let's see.
It's like eating blowfish. Sure, just be careful.
Yep, you were careful. You managed to avoid the poison sac. You're good. All right.
This is a delicacy in some places.
Is it now?
Yeah,
Can you actually cook?
a little bit. I'm not as good as my mom, but I used to watch her cook. I've never seen her cook wyvern meat before, but I could try.
A day like today, I'm glad I don't have to eat anymore.
My mom was a great cook.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you are.
Yeah. But the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Sometimes it does.
No, it doesn't.
Wind.
Shit. I'm just kidding. She doesn't curse. She does, but she opens her mouth, closes it. Just she actually looks stumped. It's like, damn, dang, that's really good. Shoot.
Okay.
So at some point Nero would get up to walk over to Breezy and be like, so while you're doing all this dissecting, I noticed you were being really careful. Like, what was the one thing you were trying to avoid?
What do you mean? Oh,
Well,
with the poison? Because
Yeah.
if you're not careful, so all right, she well, the tail's not there anymore. But she just okay. So the gland of the wyvern, the poison gland, it's actually not one way. When it makes poison, sometimes it can distribute it throughout it, the capillaries and the blood vessels, especially if near the tail.
So he would reach down and grab the gland that you drained the poison out of him, like this thing.
Well, yeah.
And then he would dislocate his jaw and just eat it.
That's about the right response.
Yeah, no, she's just watching him to see if he's fine. Like, are you?
She don't see what the big deal is.
Well,
kind of tasty.
It's got a spice to it. There's some capsaicin in the toxin.
Yeah, little heat to it, and a little it's kind of not bad.
Are you using the wyvern poison as seasoning?
Who, me? No, I just ate
yeah. Oh, you just ate the meat.
Okay.
The poison drained.
Okay, so to determine Breezy's next action, she needs to know whether she knows what a Yuan-Ti is.
Right.
I need to know whether she knows what a Yuan-Ti is.
History check. You're shooting for 20.
Okay, I really hope I fail this.
Me too.
Come on. Damn.
You were not surprised.
So she knows Yuan-Ti or half-blooded Yuan-Ti are immune to poison.
Yeah.
I'm pure blood.
If she had failed that, she would have looked at the sack and probably, or maybe another one, she would have grabbed it to eat it just to see if she did something wrong.
Right. That would have been awesome. That
would have been breezy. But yeah, so unfortunately, she does know that Yuan-Ti are immune to poison. She's like, yeah, well, I can't do that, but I guess I could.
I wouldn't recommend it, but yeah.
It probably wouldn't kill me. I probably wish I was dead.
Yeah, something tells me if you ate it versus being cut by it or injected with it, eating it it could be pretty bad. It might be worse.
Do you like to eat poison?
I mean, I don't like to eat it, but I mean, I can. That's one of the perks of my race. I reckon it's
So I just gave you a snack.
Sure.
Which she gestures at the vial.
Yeah,
could you eat this like trail mix?
Probably, but I'm gonna try to use it for more advantageous reasons later.
What's more advantageous than being full?
So please roll your medicine check, Nero, for your first poisoner's kit proficiency roll.
All right. 18.
Okay. Put 18 points on the progress meter.
Got it.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, more advantageous. Let's just say we're ever in a situation where we're trying to take care of an individual, take them out, if you will. I can be a taste tester for them, and I can taste their food and me not be poisoned, and we feed it to them and they get poisoned. Things like that. Just as an example.
Oh, just not wyvern poison specifically, but like knockout juice. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, just any kind of poison in general.
Gotcha. Though, I mean, they'd have to be pretty dumb to know that, because, not all poisons, affect people the same, They'd probably have a taste tester that's the same as them.
Possible.
I would have another halfling, to taste test my food.
That's true, and that's where we can pull the different magics and disguises and everything in and make me appear like something else.
Oh,
no, it depends. It's just something we can remember down the road. That's all.
Oh, did I give my hat to? I forgot. I gave my hat to somebody last session, didn't I?
You tried to give it to Jimmy, and Jimmy said no.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, she'll use her hat of disguise to look like Nero. See, like this.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty trick. See, exactly. If you can use that thing, I mean, we could put it on me or whatever, and we could play.
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
This thing probably isn't very useful on me, because Breezy's voice is coming out of like Nero's body. So it's just I'm not very good at acting or lying, so I feel like I wouldn't be able to use this to its full potential.
Mm.
let me talk like she uses the hat of disguise to look like Tomo. Be careful, Breezy.
Somebody doesn't clip content.
Oh, I'm a samurai. Like, see, it's just it ain't very effective, you know.
It's not bad though. It's not bad at all. But yes, it could be better.
Yeah, there's a flurry of snow as she lets the disguise poof away. But yeah, Also, I mean, this is kind of a cutesy. This would probably be more useful with you because you seem like I guess. Okay, well, there was a type of person my Paul used to call them a sneaky snake, and it's not because you have scales.
At this point, Nero's raising an eyebrow at her, going like, "Okay, go ahead, finish. You done dug yourself."
You're a sneaky snake, like you're a sneaky guy.
That's that's pretty valid. I can be, yeah. I usually am, to be fair.
I mean,
Is that a racial slur?
No, he's a sneaky snake.
Are Breezy racist confirmed?
I haven't been subtle about it. Yeah, she has a lot of preconceptions about a lot of unfortunate things, but she'll offer the hat to Nero.
Yeah, he would gladly take it.
Yeah,
just for the sole fact that he knows that he can use it
better than I can.
The hat is a fluffy hat with a
it's the hat in her little, but it's a hat of disguise. So I imagine you can make it look like anything you want. But it's the little poofy hat she has on her art right there.
Yeah,
it's a hat of disguise.
Her magical girl transformation hat.
I mean, she's never gonna do that. Like, she doesn't have like a battle form or anything to take, or like, I guess I could make a custom spell that like summons her armor.
No. She's turning to a battle sister of Warhammer. She's okay in her new role.
Yep.
Chainsaw sword and heavy, full plate mail. That's it.
All right. Well, he would gladly accept the hat of disguise and promptly put it on and spend the proper amount of time attuning to it.
Okay.
And then probably for the next couple of hours, just pretend, not playing around with it, seeing what he can turn into, and you'd see him shapeshift into all sorts of different things.
Cool. Awesome.
That's. I could have sworn I saw someone was taking the actor feat. Was it you?
That's me. I'm going to take it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So if you, then you should definitely take it. Definitely use it better than Breezy can.
Yeah, that's going to come in
quite. Deception of 2.
Yeah, I've got a deception of 12, and it's going to get better. Yeah, that's going to come in quite nicely down the road.
Yep.
All right. And in that case, Breezy will get back to sorting everything, cleaning the boat because it's probably made a mess, butchering this thing, tossing overboard the stuff that isn't worth much, just to lighten the load. And that's basically what she'll do for the rest of the day to
awesome.
Just sorting us. Yeah.
So somewhere you have just littered into the forest.
Something's gonna eat it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's animal parts. Like what?
Right?
Do bears shit in the woods? Like yeah.
I do that all the time on the range.
Just because I want to, and it's funny. Can I get you to roll 1d100, and on a 2 or below, you hit a cabin?
Oh God!
What are the chances?
2%. Oh, you're good. Okay.
Like, be careful. You said, what are the chances? Oh, shit.
All right. So
that would have been good.
Now, Luminostra, did you go off to be private when doing what you sent me a message for?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
She's still in the boat, but downstairs.
Understood.
Yeah.
So, Luminostra, we're going to go ahead and show you what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
The camera, and Luminostra's alone right now, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So,
it would have been the time that they're like doing whatever they were
Awesome.
the wyvern and tidying up the place. She's just downstairs.
Yeah,
Cool.
in the background, you could just hear Breezy babbling about all the useful stuff you can do with a wyvern.
Yeah, she looked over the grate or whatever and looked up as you said, you wish you were dead, and
She said,
like
"I would probably wish I was dead." That's what
she was just
said.
like she just shakes her head as when you say things like that. But she continued doing what she was doing. So go on, Eric, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as you look at the various items that we're talking about here, and you want to start with the first thing there?
Yeah, I would like to, yes.
Awesome. Cool. So, we're going to go ahead and show you that. That thing looks like this. Luminostra, you pull out that deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
As you look at it, the design on the back is enigmatic, but familiar somehow. You may have seen these before resting on Jedile's desk.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do, Luminostra?
Yeah. It's like a deck of many things. I don't want it. She doesn't know what this is. She cast identify on it once, and I think it came back as not being magical.
It is slightly magical, but
it is slightly magical.
Yes.
Okay. She would have done if that's the case. She would do identify again on it.
We'll
try
go
to
ahead
identify what kind of
and
aura it is,
send
yeah.
you a message here as to what this is. Here you go.
She has a strange feeling in the back of her head of what these things can be. Da 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 da. Okay. Nice.
So, no, if I brought out the deck of many things, I would actually bring out the deck of many things, which is right here, actually.
Yeah.
See, I have it right here.
You do have it. Okay.
Yeah.
My Sunday characters don't have the best of luck with deck of many things.
It's the
Cat,
deck
we
of
don't
many
need to go-
things.
We don't need to go back into that. I don't need to lose another paladin.
Okay,
No?
so
Okay.
she smirks. She's like, oh, all right, okay. She puts the I suppose she kind of puts the deck away and kind of realizing what it is. But she doesn't want to draw a card from it.
No?
Is she able to kind of just fan out the deck and look at the pictures and the cards?
If you fan it out to look at the pictures, it's going to count as...
Would it?
Yeah,
I can only draw once a day, is that correct?
right. And you can't pick which one you're pulling out.
Hmm.
Once per long rest, I should say.
Oh, which is fine. Yeah, she won't do anything with
Not
it.
going to draw
She
one?
won't-
Okay.
She's not gonna draw one. She doesn't want to waste it.
Okay.
And she put it to the side. She put it back in this box.
Okay.
And puts it in her pouch.
Sure.
And she'll look at the next item.
Okay. What's the next item you want to look at?
Firstly, she pulls out the compass and she wants to see where the compass is pointing.
The compass.
Yeah.
All right. So this was a compass, and it was broke, but you guys fixed it, if I remember properly, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So the needle, in spite of being repaired, the needle is pointing away from north, is pointing northeast from here.
Northeast. Interesting. And is she able to identify any of the markings or the kind of type of make that this compass has?
You would need to roll a history check, and
Yeah.
Based off of this thing, you're going to need to roll a 22 on history.
She would
because we're
she
dealing
puts
with ancient lore.
Indeed, she'll put it to the side and she kind of thinks about it. I'll go and get the help. I'll go and get Breezy to help me with this. And the last two items that she wants to look at was the Acrus Crest Flame.
Acros Crest Flame.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
okay.
She will cast Identify on it as well, I think.
Okay, that one. Let me read through it real quick. That one is not magical, but it has a lot of history next to it. So, up to you how you want to proceed with that.
Yeah, she thinks that Breezy being the walking encyclopedia, she can help kind of identify what all of this stuff is.
Right, and that's the bronze amulet that depicts Akru's crest with a pair of gears interlocked around a flame, and the amulet is cracked down the center with deep gouges marring its surface.
Okay, and then finally was the ceramic mask.
Okay.
She wants to look.
The ceramic mask. This cracked ceramic mask was once painted with vibrant floral patterns. Only one half of it remains intact, depicting a lily in full bloom.
Lily.
Yep.
And she's trying to. She will do another identify on it as well.
Okay. It has a magic mouth spell
and
on
which
the
says,
mask.
Otrixian has betrayed us all.
Yes.
The voice, does she remember the voice?
You recognize the voice as being the same one from before, but it's not a voice that you recognize as a person. Like, you don't know whose voice that would be.
It is a man? Is it a woman? Is it androgynous?
It's androgynous. It's very difficult to make out.
Okay. I mean, it is after all 2,000 years.
Right.
Probably 2,000 years old magic mouth. After a while, she kind of puts all these things together. She carefully puts these items away, and she goes, once Breezy finishes her dealing with all of the stuff in the conversation with Nero, Lumi will kind of wave and say, "Breezy, can I borrow you for a second?"
I'm not going anywhere. What's up?
I needed your help with this. There are some of the items and the things we found. I think with your help, we can figure out what they might be, what secrets that they hold.
All right, what do you got?
Come downstairs. I don't want for any reason for something to just fall overboard.
Okay. Yeah, she'll come downstairs.
She comes downstairs. She goes. She finds a kind of little space. She kind of jumps on top of one of the barrels, and then she takes out the Akru crest, the ceramic mask, and the compass. She goes, wait a minute, there was something else. And then she kind of picks up this very, very carefully. She places the glass vial with the ink that we found. The Akrux crest, the ceramic mask, and the compass. I was wondering if you knew anything from history, all of these symbols. She started pointing out symbols and sigils and stuff, and just like talking to you. She basically will want to. She will cast guidance and give you the help action to try to figure out if there's a test that we can do, Eric, on any of those items.
Well, are we trying to figure out if they're magical or just like what they are?
History, what they are, what's the history behind them?
So some of the stuff, because like we've already established, like for things that she just wouldn't know, she just can't know that because she's never read about it. Or like I imagine that would be like a lot of stuff she's seen in Akru,
right?
Or a lot of stuff in Akru she just wouldn't be able to like just roll in our history or just know it. But like I don't know what these things are, so maybe some of this stuff she may have been able to. Yeah, she may have been able to read. It just depends on what Eric says.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, Eric sets the DC of this. If it's an impossible thing like DC 40, then it's DC 40. And, if we get crit, we get crit. See what I mean?
So, moving forwards. Which item are we looking at first?
Which one? The dealer's choice. Which we got the crest, the ceramic mask, or the compass?
Oh, I thought there was a vial of ink.
There is a vial of ink as well. Yeah.
She'll look at that. What is this?
It looks like a sealed vial of black ink. The squat glass vial filled with a thick black ink. The cork is still tightly sealed, and the ink has not dried despite its age.
It's a vial of ink. Next, and then she'll go.
Yeah, you did the one. So
Okay, with that one, she knows nothing about it. It is ink. Congratulations.
I'm really hoping I want to keep rolling ones.
All right, so which one's next?
This was the compass she grabbed.
The compass. All right, the compass was next. All right, so this heavy iron compass with a needle that had been locked in place. The etched cardinal directions are nearly illegible, corroded with time and wear. You guys repaired that, so you can read it. Breezy, this is pointing not north.
Yeah.
And yet, as the ship is moving, the needle is just ever so slightly shifting. It's pointing at something other than the cardinal directions of north, east, south, and west.
Yeah, Breezy, she was looking at the compass. She walks in a circle just to see how it works. And then she goes up to the stairs and looks out to look to see where the sun's at. Okay. And then she looks at it and she just, that's weird.
As you look at it a little closer, Breezy, you pull the compass closer to you and the needle shifts to you. It spins and points directly at you for a moment when you hold it close.
That's weird. She'll hold it far away.
It goes back to pointing somewhere else.
She'll hold it next to Lumi.
Next to Lumi, it points at Luminostra.
Huh.
What did you find?
I don't know. It just seems to be pointing at random stuff. And then she'll just, it's definitely not pointing north. When it's next to me, it points at me. And then when it's near you, it points at you. And then when it's not near either of us, it's pointing off in that direction. I don't know.
If we have time someday, we should see where it goes. But interesting, they point at. Let me see. And she picks up if she puts her hand out to try to hold the compass closest to her. Does he actually? It points to her as well.
Remember, Lumi, this is you holding it with two hands because it's a regular-sized compass.
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah, she will.
It's a big pizza box for you.
She puts the compass on a pizza box. So she put the compass
pizza.
on. It's very heavy for Bloomy, so she puts the compass on the ground.
Okay.
On the top of the barrel, and she gets close to it as it points to her.
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I mean, I guess we could try to experiment some more, but we could do that later. Let's see. Next she'll grab. What was the next one? I already forgot.
Ceramic mask.
She'll take the mask.
Okay.
This.
So with the 26, this is a infiltrator's mask from the House of Lilies in the House of Flowers. You don't know who specifically, but the infiltrator's mask would hide the identity of an assassin or spy or operative when they were infiltrating a location, but they wanted to still reveal that they were part of the House of Flowers, specifically the House of Lilies.
So yeah, she'll look at Lumi and she'll say, Lumi, this is a mask. Now, masks are used to hide your identity so people can't recognize your face while you're wearing them.
Lumi is eyes wide open and she's looking at Brizzy. So many things is going through her mind. I know.
Based off of the history you know of this, the style of this mask is ancient. This was likely worn by a person who lived in Akru that was part of the House of Flowers.
Yeah, I mean,
based off
Breezy's
of
looking at
based off of the magic mouth, the person who lived in Akru and was a member of the House of Lilies believed that Orthrixian had betrayed the city.
I wonder what that name were.
Unfortunately,
but
they
yeah,
were not
so-
of legendary proportions.
based on the the other House of Flowers artifacts we found. This looks like they belong to someone who was on their side.
Indeed.
She just shrugs and just hands it over to
Yeah,
Lumi. And then what's the last one?
we did all of them.
Oh, is that it?
The crest?
Oh no, it's the crest. Sorry,
Yeah,
the
the
crest.
crest,
Clan
yeah.
of Akru.
Okay.
Let's see. What is this thing?
All right.
Yeah, I keep rolling 13s.
The crest. All right. So with the 26, based off of what you saw in Akru, the bronze amulet that you're holding is a pair of gears interlocked around a flame. The amulet is cracked down the center with deep gouges marring its surface. This once would have belonged to a prominent merchant who played a role in Akru's rise as a trading hub. Its damaged state suggests that someone attacked him. He was stabbed in the chest, and this caused the damage to the amulet.
Yeah. Breezy will, she's looking at the amulet. She pulls out her little camp dagger, and it's not an exact match, but it it's a knife.
Yep.
Yeah, she shows Lumi like, yeah, it looks like whoever's wearing this got stabbed, is what I'd say. The gears, I don't know. Looks like probably some sort of Akru symbol that they use. Maybe it had something to do with the forge or something like that, or
Makes sense.
flames and gears. I mean, that kind of knowledge is lost to time. I think I saw, actually, no, it was when we were in the I'm sorry, what was that trading area called, Eric?
Dunn Street?
Yeah,
Dunn Street.
yeah, we were in Dunn Street. I saw this symbol on some of the old structures that were still standing.
Oh,
So
interesting.
maybe it's some sort of trade symbol.
Now,
She
Breezy,
shrugs.
that knife could fit right into that gouge in the amulet. Would you place it in there or not?
Well, she did to demonstrate
Oh,
that.
to
like,
demonstrate it? Okay.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
your knife
Like, not
comes
like- not-
out,
not like-
there's a
yeah.
black residue on the edge of your knife.
She'll look at the. Is it like ash or soot? She'll smear it just to see what it
You
is.
smear it onto what?
Like just touch it with her finger just to see.
Okay,
like,
I need you to roll a
this texture.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no, that's poison. That is,
Not one.
oh, no. I do want
Close.
the character dead.
All right, so Breezy falls unconscious as she has contacted herself with drow poison.
With what poison?
Drow.
And she just falls over. Yeah.
She falls
Drow
over.
poison. Okay. Lumi goes, oh my god. Sometimes I wonder how she's still alive. And it's just like she's talking Breezy. You're too big. I can't even help you up. She puts the things to the side, jumps down, and then kind of, tries to keep her I don't know. She's like, I really should. God damn it! And she kind of flies close to the entrance to the thing. She's like, Tomo, can you help me here? Can you? Breezy fell.
Tomo?
Yeah, Tomo will go help.
It's like,
Really hears this, and you can audibly hear him sigh.
and then you probably hear as Lumi explains to Tomo, she would. She has a dagger, and she put it on one of the things. There was a black thing. She touched it, and then she fell down, and she's not moving now. And as you see, the voice kind of go away. Jimmy.
You have to remind her to be careful.
I mean, for somebody who remembers everything, do you think she really needs to be reminded about it? I mean,
Tomo laughed.
maybe selective memory. I'm not sure. But
Some students
tell-
learn slower than others, Lumi.
okay. I understand. But can you check, make sure she's all right? Are you versed on any medicines or anything like that? She start drooling.
No, I am not.
Oh my god. Would you think that?
She's still breathing.
Do you think that Nero fella would be?
Let's check.
Okay. Lumi gonna fly over, picks up all of the items, and kind of put them away. Put them on kind of put them away and kind of move them to the other side of the room.
Are you guys being loud as you talk about this? By the way.
No, we're speaking like
Okay.
I mean, if somebody could, it's like outside. I don't know. I mean, Eric, you said that we are flying with the wind, right? So there
Right.
isn't much. There isn't a lot of like.
There's not any white noise.
Yeah, there's no white noise. So
No,
if somebody can
ultimately-
listen heavy, you'll be able to hear it. I
I was
suppose.
wondering how much if Jimmy would have overheard it. He's not really trying to eavesdrop. That's why I was asking for the loudness.
If they're not
Because
whispering, you can hear them.
Yeah, we are not whispering.
Jimmy will go, Tomo, drag the idiot over to me.
Tomo drags the idiot over to Jimmy.
All right, because you're dragging her up the steps. Do you drag by the head and shoulders or by the feet?
No, he'll carry her. He'll carry her.
Okay, I was gonna be like, bum, 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 bum.
That would have been so much more
Great.
fun.
Give her
Jimmy would have been so much more
concussions on the
pleased.
way up. Awesome. Now, if you come up and carry her up into the sunlight, Breezy, you are cured.
Drow poison.
The what? Oh, is she all right? Oh, she's not dead. Thank the whatever gods you guys pray to.
This
It's like a
particular
trick
kind of
enemy.
poison does not work in sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think she's smart enough to. This drow
Nobody
poison is
doesn't know that.
pretty famous. Yeah. So
Wait, are you guys down there playing with more poison?
it's residue.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Breezy,
I know.
we
Well.
just had this whole conversation. You know, I got the whole poison thing.
Only it looked like soot. I mean, I didn't realize drow poison stayed stable for thousands of years.
Do you have
learned
drow
something
poison?
Not much. It's the residue. Apparently, this guy got stabbed with a dagger coated in drow poison.
Hmm.
It's
You
really
should
not
try to-
much. Like
You should try to salvage what you can, though. Keep it in a dark place.
Well, I mean, did Lumi come out into the light with
She does. The items are
Breezy?
still downstairs.
Okay.
She didn't bring them up.
I mean, yeah, is
That knife
If-
has one dose of drow poison on it. If it ever sees sunlight, it will be gone.
Of
well,
course.
so she was holding it, so she probably dropped it when she
Right.
fell unconscious. So
it
it's
would
probably
be
still down there.
That's fine. Just putting it
Would you-
out there.
Would you guys like for me to harvest the drow poison? And do you have somewhere dark out of sunlight we could harvest?
There's no harvesting it. It's on the blade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
already
That's what I
been
mean,
applied.
like scraping the blade, like, you know, into a jar or something.
No,
Okay.
it's already been applied. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breezy's. Yeah. Well, that's her camp knife, so she's gonna take it back.
I'm just
Would
glad
you
you're
like
doing
me to
that
break-
before you make dinner tonight.
Breezy, would
Yeah.
you like me to wipe off your knife before you somehow manage to infect
Yeah,
the company?
I don't know if it's a usable amount, but you can try.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Nero just take her blade and just kind of wipe it off on his forearm. And be
All
like,
right. Cool.
yeah, Breezy looks
You're immune to
looks at
poison.
Lumi. Yeah,
Yeah,
Breezy
he
just
is,
look-
yeah.
yeah, looks at Lumi and just says, "Well, you know, so yeah, that was probably some sort of merchant who was living in Akru, and he ended up on the wrong side of one of the House of Flowers, who may or may not have been a drow, and he got, you know, stabbed right in the chest, right on this thing."
No.
She holds up the medallion.
Lumi nods.
Do you want me to fix it?
You guys having this conversation on the deck now, or did you go back downstairs?
We are, yeah.
Well, we're downstairs because that's where
Oh, yeah,
all the
yeah,
stuff is.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Breezy went
So
back
we
down.
would have gone downstairs. We're not talking in whispers, so you probably, if you run a
Yeah.
perception, you
Yeah,
probably
Breezy
hear
is
it.
not. Breezy is talking as loud as she usually does.
Which
Yeah,
is loud enough
Lumi
for
just
everybody to
kind
hear.
of, yeah. Lumi says, you could. I'm not sure whether. I think sometimes you'll be erasing something of history. something happened to this item, the person who worn it and fixing it would erase the fact that that happened. But then again, we discovered it. What we do with it is our own choices.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess you
For
can see
now,
it belongs
yeah.
in a museum. Yeah.
for now, let's just leave it as is.
All right, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breezy just shrugs because she knows Lumi is a hoarder. So
She is. So that's it, really. That was all I need your help with, Breezy.
Okay.
I was wondering what all of those things were. That was all
Yeah,
we found.
that
We
was
still
fun.
had so much stuff.
Let me know if you have any other stuff.
Well, soon enough in Asatoro, maybe it would be our first opportunity to offload a lot of the things that we took. I will check the sanctum and make a list of all the things that we found, and I'll bring it out.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Breezy's gonna go back to fiddling with the wyvern remains.
Understood?
Yep.
Your knife is clean for the record.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she'll put it back. Her little camp knife.
Understood.
Yeah, she'll just put it back on her belt.
Cool.
Yeah,
So-
that's what she's gonna be doing for now.
Well, you
Which
guys
we-
have been doing
Oh,
this. Go ahead.
There was
Lumi.
one item that we didn't look, which was the piece of wood with the raven relief.
Okay.
Do you want her to look at that? Yeah, she'll look at
Yes, please. Yeah, look at that one if you could.
All right.
That was the last one.
that.
Sure.
This is a piece of wood with a raven carved into it.
Got one
Yes,
job on
it
this
was.
ship.
One jump in the ship. Yes.
All right. So this is a common trinket that's sold by artisans in the Walpath district, and it was made from ashwood trees that had been grown in Akru in the city's central gardens. The figurine symbolizes resilience in the face of destruction. The particular piece was found near the remains of a safe house where a fire claimed the structure. I don't want to reveal much more than that for now.
I mean, how could she possibly know like a lot of this? And so
Yeah.
Breezy's gonna be looking at. Well, this is so I can tell this is ashwood. Not quite sure about the subspecies, but it's definitely some sort of ashwood.
Yeah, there are little floral designs that indicate this what belonged in a house of flowers.
Yeah, it's probably another House of Flowers trinket, judging by the flowers. I mean, I don't know what the raven could mean. I mean, ravens mean a lot of things, depending on the culture. And look, there's some soot here. Where did you find this? Was it by a fire?
We. I think we found it in the foundry, didn't we, Eric?
Yes, you found it in the foundry.
We found
there
this in
may-
the foundry.
It may have been near a
Together with-
fire at some point because there's a little bit of soot
Okay.
in some of these cracks.
Are you sure he's soot? She looks at him, wondering whether you're gonna fall down on the ground again.
She'll
Like-
look. She'll
Don't touch it.
Well, no, well, she'll look at Lumi when she asks, like, "Are you sure it's soot?" And she'll like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." And then she'll, lean forward and give it just touch the tip of her tongue to it to taste it.
Awesome.
That's soot.
Christ. Most people touch it with their finger. Breezy's like, I'm going to touch it with my tongue.
Well,
Yep, so
that's how she
Breezy,
can tell.
can I get you to roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, is it
no.
really poison? It's just a little bit of charcoal. That's never bothered anybody.
Makes your teeth white.
Breezy, with a 10, you're able to hold back retching from all the bacteria that would be on this thing.
Oh, we were swimming in literal corruption. A little bit of soot from 1,000 years ago is fine.
You're fine.
Indeed, yeah. Okay. I don't want to take any more time,
Okay.
so that would have been. Lumia will pick up all the stuff, and she will summon Gallifrey, give
Okay.
her sanctum to him, and then she will enter her sanctum and put these things away in the vessel.
Oh, well, wait a second.
Oh, god damn it. Ah!
When you enter the sanctum today,
There's 70,000 gold waiting for me.
We're going
Thank you,
to
Eric.
do
You're
something
so
here in a
nice.
moment. So I need to get to you in a moment, Lumi. We're going to be ending with that moment, okay? So,
Oh no.
oh yes. Oh yeah, because we're
sorry.
going to start next session with that one. But I need to go check in with a couple other players before we end the session today. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Deus, what have you been doing during this period of time? Deus?
For the most
Yes.
part, Deus would have just been kind of up on the deck, reading his notes,
Uh-oh.
and kind of just
awesome. So,
keeping to
Deus,
himself and thinking about all the things that have happened to him recently.
Deus Strom, I am going to send you the latest journal entry. There you go, Deus. Have fun with that. That's one of the things I went to check mark. I figured that was going to happen. All right, so Deuce is reading his notes and kind of chilling. I'm going to let him do that. Jimmerly?
You got one job on this ship, Eric.
Okay, you're driving the ship. Understood.
I mean, that's just kind of like, it's one of those things that has to constantly happen. You know what I mean? Like, I got to constantly be at the helm to make sure the ship doesn't have anything happen, keep an eye out for things, you know. So he's just steering the ship.
You're being the responsible adult.
We should use this as an opportunity for somebody else also to learn how to fly space vehicles to get this skill. This is above the table, obviously not in character. But go on.
All right.
So you don't have to do it all yourself. That's my point. Please continue, Eric. Sorry.
Cool. So Jimmerly's driving the boat. Nero, what would you be doing?
Nero would probably at some point send Rhaenyra a message through the sending stones, something along the lines of "Hope all is well." Traveling to try to get some, make some more money, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. You'll get a message back that says, "We're doing fine. Went to the park today."
Text.
Okay.
Gives him peace of mind. That's all he needs.
Mr. Tomo?
Tomo's got a few different like painting kind of like outlines that he started before he got the colors that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So now that he's got the blocks of colored ink, he's going to be trying to finish a painting that he started of the red eclipse that we saw before we entered Lost Moor.
Oh, awesome.
So he's going to be working on that.
Cool. All right. Then we are going to pan the camera down to where Gallifrey has the sanctum, little crystal, and Luminostra is about ready to step inside.
That's right.
Luminostra, when you step inside, the feeling feels the same.
Mm-hmm.
You feel yourself being transported, and you smell something different. It's more saffron and cardamom.
Oh, God.
You smell a familiar perfume, like cinnamon and cloves. You feel warmer than usual, Luminostra, as you appear here.
Oh. Has she been here before?
Luminostra, you have a familiar feeling about this place. However, a couple things are off about it. The sights outside appear to be the mountains and forests that you're currently flying over. You can see Gallifrey's paws outside the window. And you will hear a voice washing over you. "Hello, Luminostra. How have you been?" As Jedial appears in the room. And that's where we're going to end for today.
Oh no, she's hot.
We have way too much to cover with this. Way too much to do in 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and end it here, and we will be hitting this lore next week, as you guys are left on a cliffhanger for next week, as an effect has been going on in Luminostra's Sanctum, and we'll discuss that here if you guys want. But officially, that's going to be the end here. I'm not going to go into any more lore, other than the fact that a hallucinatory terrain has been cast inside of Luminostra's Sanctum.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've not been transported anywhere else. It's just a hallucinatory terrain that is being.
It would make
overlapped.
sense if somebody would do that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's where we're going to end for today. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Tons of lore got put out today. You guys did amazing, both with Rinko, with the Wyverns, with driving the ship. You guys are headed towards Asatoro. We are getting much closer. It's going to be an awesome time. I've got tons of content prep for you guys. But yeah, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. If you know someone who wants to play one of my games, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about getting either onto a wait list or getting into a one-shot. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and episode podcasts over on YouTube, so go check those out. There's tons of them up there. Hundreds and hundreds of hours and sessions available for you guys. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. We'll be back tomorrow evening with the new episode of the new campaign called The Underwatch. Episode 1 starts tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a super challenging group. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll catch you guys later.